Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pearl Invitational. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
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 I will not be alone today. I will be joined by Rhythms. Hello, Rhythms. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. And we're also joined by Moens. Welcome, Moens.
It is I.
Welcome back,
Thank you for.
Moens. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Looks like John said in the chat that hello Moens and 2 blue screens, so I'm assuming that something's not right.
I have my special CMSA bow tie on. This is like the bow tie I only wear during the invitationals. It's like my invitationals bow tie. So I have my invitationals bow tie on, and so I want to be on camera. And this is not about making an exciting or a grand reveal. It's just that for some reason, of all people, my camera's not working. So I'm gonna get it working. I promise.
Well, I'm here. I'm trying. I'm trying. Cool. So are we gonna spin the wheel first, or do we want to introduce?
Yes, let's introduce. Well, first let's introduce our teams. So we've got two teams playing tonight. We are going to have one team by the name of Fizz on My Jace, and they will be taking on LeBlanc's Dark Fingies. Now, if one of you two would like to open up these two teams and maybe tell me what you can about or introduce our players.
Sure. Yeah, let me pull up the window here. Hang on a second.
And then after we introduce the players, we will we'll have some prizes, and we will take a moment also to let these teams we'll flip for side of these teams.
Actually, I don't know how to. It's not on the website anymore for CMSA. Where do I go? Where do I go get the teams, or is it in
You can
Discord?
get the teams from Discord.
Gotcha. 1 second. Sorry.
That's all good.
Yeah, it would be under announcements, and it'd be just like 2 or 3 scrolls up the page.
Gotcha. Announcement. Here we go. Okay, so for Pearl, we've got Durjin versus Kung Pao in the top lane. Kazik versus
Easy Pabs.
PZ Pabs, yep. Wanted to make sure I read that right. That was easily mispronounced. Skippy McSkipper versus Nintenjon. Sam versus Liam. And Medeo versus Vladimir in the bot or in the support. So I've played against a lot of these guys, but CMSA is getting big enough. I've also not played against many of them as well, so that's fun.
It's interesting because Medeo and Vladimir, they're actually 2 very good supports in my opinion. They both play very well, and they both know how to peel and support for their ADCs very well.
Yep, and we know that Lux is going to get probably banned because that's Lad's personal favorite. There's some Zyra plays going on there.
Oh yeah, the Zyra from Lad, absolutely legendary. There's such a deep champion pool. It's gonna be interesting to watch what Lad is gonna bring to the table for tonight.
Yeah, and especially I'm very interested in seeing Sam and Liam go at it. Those two for ADCs, they're, in my opinion, they're top tier. They're really good players. They both know how to support their teams very well as well. And they pump out a lot of damage very, very fast. I'm excited to see if we have any surprise picks tonight for them, though.
Yeah, like the picks and bans. It's just there's so much good stuff going on tonight. But before we jump into those games, we have a little something special planned for the evening, and I have John here that I want to kind of introduce some pre-game festivities. John, welcome to the broadcast. You here?
Hello. Yes, I'm here. The first thing is the coin toss to see who has side selection between the two teams. So I asked in chat, and the first one who responded was Derg with a heads. So can everyone see the?
Are we gonna flip
Yeah,
live? Okay, hold on. Let me make sure the stream can see it before we flip, so we can catch it on stream here.
And I promise this is not a rigged coin. It's just the default Google coin.
All right, go
looks
ahead.
pretty rigged. Looks pretty rigged to me.
Is it?
I'm kidding.
Oh, apparently it is rigged.
According to the AI.
All right. Well, flip again, and it is heads. So the
There we go.
team of LeBlanc's Dark Fingies will have side selection.
All right, congratulations, LeBlanc's Dark Fingies. See what they
Congratulations.
decide to do with it. But that's not all, right, John? There's more?
Correct. We have our end of season 16 draw for prizes. So we have a bunch of fun little stats right here. We'll be doing 3 miscongenialities or miscongenialities, 1 random and 2 random stats for each division. For Dragons and Towers, we're just going to be doing the highest because there are a lot of people with like 1 tower or 0 dragons. So it's kind of if we do lowest, it'll be like hard to figure out. But for the rest, there will be a high and low wheel as well.
Okay.
So we'll start with Pearl Division, and the first roll will be KDA. And now
Oh, I like the
we can keep
applause.
that.
Yeah.
So
I
wait,
do.
so KDA is whoever has the highest KDA in Pearl will win a prize?
Well, we shall see if it's highest or lowest.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ooh.
Well, lowest, it's probably going to be me.
And well, unfortunately, it is
Oh,
the
no.
highest.
Okay,
And so
awesome.
the winner,
That's also me.
the winner for the highest KDA is Peasy Pabs, one of the players on Fizz on My Jace.
Oh,
Okay.
well, congratulations. Already one small win for Fizz on my Jace. Congratulations, Peasy Pabs.
And now we'll do another roll for Pearl. It is
Oh.
towers. So it will
Almost.
be the highest amount of towers taken, which will be another player, Durganoon,
Okay.
with the most towers taken in Pearl.
That's interesting that you say that now because PZ and Durgan are on opposite teams as well.
I know. So maybe they'll distribute the RP amongst their fellow teammates if they win.
Maybe.
So
And who will win? The average higher KDA or the average higher turret taker?
that'll be a fun thing to track. All right.
These
So
are good questions.
now we can do Ruby. Kills. And then will it be highest or lowest kills?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Lowest.
Ooh,
Oh my
lowest
gosh.
kills.
Some support.
Colin-
I'm assuming you have to have
Colin-
like a minimum number of games played.
Yes, that number is 15.
Okay.
And you also have to have done the CMSA survey, end of season survey, which is a really short survey where you have the option to give more in-depth feedback, but really we just want like minimal, like, did you have fun basically, and who did you enjoy playing with? And the winner of that, now I knew pearls off the top of my head, but I did not know rubies. So it shall be lowest KDA.
Lowest kills, right? Lowest kills.
Lowest kills, yeah.
right, kills.
What support main? What enchanter main is going to win this one?
No
Oh,
Pike
what?
main.
Actually, no enchanter main I play with. They always take my kills.
That's true.
It's a
I
talent.
love pressing W to heal your ADC, and it bounces and kills the enemy.
Oh, the ebb and flow. We like that. We like that.
Or the accidental tidal wave across the screen.
Nami just has
And just-
too many ways of stealing kills. It's not. I can't help it.
It's never happened since, but one game I stole Baron twice in a row with tidal wave.
That is unreal.
Dude, that's just mean.
That
That's
was like
just me.
that was like 5 years ago, and I still brag about it.
I would.
That would be cool.
I would lose it if that happens on the broadcast night.
Better.
All right, it looks like the winner will be Arcane Lizard or A Lizard.
Okay. So
I'm just going off of who did the survey, so
it's Ruby. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blaine, thank you so much for the bits. I'm assuming actually. I didn't even see it pop up on the stream. At this point, every time I hear that noise, I just assume that it's Blaine.
It says
The star.
The star, yeah.
It's one and the same.
with an H. The H is silent.
okay, our second category for Ruby will be
Ooh, it's spinning. It's spinning. And we got Dragon.
Dragons. I already know who this is because they will not tell me it, and it is Chef Zangy himself.
Yes, sir. I could have told you that one.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Zangy.
He's already laughing in the chat.
Now, did Zangy fill out the end of season survey? Surely
He
Zangy
did.
filled out the survey. Okay, all right. Congratulations, Zangy.
I wouldn't let him not fill it out.
The dragons were never in question, but the survey was, so
Yes.
priorities.
And now we move on to Topaz. It is win rate.
Ooh.
But is it highest or lowest win rate?
That's
go.
the fun part.
Okay, okay.
It's like a Pepsi symbol.
Ooh, lowest.
There you go.
I honestly thought it looked like a Pokeball at first,
I can see that too.
just from missing the white.
I think the Pepsi symbol has white too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It might.
They've changed it throughout the years and I'm old.
It looks like that is.
Do we maybe want to announce this one off stream? Congratulations. Well, I mean, you're a winner. You're a winner. You know what? Everyone's a winner. Just for participating, you're a winner.
Correct. But it is a Ginger Oxide. Congratulations, everyone.
Ginger. Congratulations.
I see them in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ginger, on the win.
On the win of losses.
All right.
What?
Now the last roll, well, second to last roll, that is, will be Dargons.
Applause! Applause!
And the one with the most dragons that has done the survey is Swaib. Well,
Swaby?
I'm not sure if that's how. Yes, Swaby.
Swaby,
Okay.
congratulations, Swaby.
Or what was it? Kwai Baby?
Cry Baby. The first time I ever attempted to pronounce Swaby's name on stream, I said Cry Baby or Quai Baby with a W. I
How does it spell?
I could not
It
spell
is
it off the top of my head.
CWA. Wait, CWAYIBE.
Huh?
Congratulations, Swaby. Wait,
Alright.
you said there was one more, John?
Yes,
So
there is.
okay.
Everyone who's done the survey.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Oh wow.
That's a mighty name, or that's a
Hey,
mighty list, rather.
I see
It
mine
is.
right there.
Hey.
I'm trying to find my name.
There's a few
I'm
of
sure
us
my name's on
there.
here. I don't see it. I'm sure.
It's very colorful.
I think I think I'm being hypnotized.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Anger issues.
Anger
issues.
issues. Congratulations,
Yay.
anger issues.
Please don't get angry with me.
We can't get angry with you.
John,
You don't have anger.
as John, thank you so much for running this and announcing the prizes. As I know you had a great part of organizing this season, organizing this tournament. Is there anything you want to say to everyone who was a part of this season for Pearl?
Yeah, just thanks for playing. It was a lot of fun playing with and against everyone, and I do hope to see you next season after C2E2, hopefully with some new faces as well from that event. Hopefully we'll get more picked up. But yeah, just make sure to come back and have some more fun next season.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, John. We really appreciate everything you do. We're going to try and get back into the League of Legends and talk about some games. Thank you, John.
Oh,
Hope
there's
you enjoy watching.
question
Oh.
in the chat. Who are the miscongenialities?
Oh yes.
Are we
That
announcing
is.
those now, or are we waiting?
I can announce them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a surprise announcement, everybody. Here we go.
Oh.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to go against the.
All right, John. Are you tabulating like right now?
You don't have to tabulate now.
I'm finding where I put the message.
Okay.
So I put it somewhere.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, John.
No, it's all good.
Hey, we've got this.
I should have.
Special. No, it's the Pearl broadcast.
Pearl.
We want to fight for everything we can get here.
True. And so the
Set up
winners
cage
are
match.
for Pearl, it's Nintenjon. For Ruby, it's Jules, and for Topaz, it's Quabe again.
Swaby. Congratulations.
And yeah, thanks for being congenial and lots of fun to play with according to your peers. And thank you to everyone who filled out the survey.
Well,
But
awesome.
I will now dip out back into the viewers chat. So have
Into
some
the
fun.
abyss.
Okay, enjoy the viewers chat. It's always so much fun over there, honestly. It's like one of the best parts of if you're watching, go mute the stream, join the viewers chat. It is so cool in there. Like everyone just talking, sharing stories, watching everyone play. It's such a good time. All right, with that said, I'll see you off. Goodbye, John. And okay, so now let's focus on the players who hopefully will be starting soon as we jump into game number 1. So we talked briefly about some of the matchups, but let's kind of go through it lane by lane here. So up in the top lane, what can y'all tell me about this matchup there?
Here we go. So up in the top lane, it's Durg versus Kung Pao. So I, as a support main, am usually as far away from top lane as possible. But lately this season, I've been doing a little bit of top, and I've played both of them. I don't know them too well. I know they both probably kick my butt, but I've gone away from support because everyone's support in the league, and I've been branching out. And But they, I think, I don't know. I can't remember who any of them play. What about any of you guys know
The
who they?
I remember specifically. I know Durjun the best out of both of them. I know that his Teemo is actually really, really scary to play against. And that's one, but also if he gets an an Urgot pick, that is extremely hard to go against.
Durgod in the chat.
Yes, he knows exactly how to play him. Whenever it comes over to Kung Pao, I've seen him as a jack of all trades. He can play anybody between Darius, Warwick, Yorick, Nasus. You know, he's a jack of all trades. I think that these two should be able to go at it pretty good. If I'm analyzing it down pretty good. It's all going to depend on how well they farm and how well their team responds.
I know a little bit about both these players. They're no strangers to the stream, and Kung Pao is really dynamic to watch in the top lane. Can just play the lane out more standard, or is not afraid to move in and help out his jungle. And so, like, picks that you'll see, or possible picks, could include like a Warwick up top, like a Yorick, the big bruisery sort of like top lane champions. Like that's like Aatroxes, like things that are up there and just can kind of
Get in there, get up in your face,
ready to
mess 'em
go,
up.
right? Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like
Yep.
the style. Durjun can play that in the same way with that the Urgot, but also has some like AP picks as well in there. Not afraid to kind of to show whether it's the Teemo. I think Gwen has made an appearance on the stream before. I know I've seen Nasus out of them as well, and so that's going to be just like a big bruisery. Kind of a big bruisery kind of lane up there with Kung Pao looking to help out perhaps the team a little bit more, and with Dirge kind of looking to have maybe a deeper champion pool and play for a counter pick or a strong pick, one of the two. So
That makes
watch for that
sense.
in the top lane. What about our jungle matchup?
Well,
Got-
Kazik,
Mhm.
I know pretty well. I don't know PZ too well, but Kazik, he does a little bit of everything. Kha'Zix, I think there's some Rek'Sai, right? Like just kind of mobile junglers that can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I've seen him play a few times, and I've been on a team with him actually a good bit, and I know like his Zac is very good, and same with his Amumu. He's very good with those the skill shots from Amumu on his bandages. He's very good with that. Also with his brand, if he would do brand jungle, if that's still viable. I remember playing against him last season, and it was scary. For PZ, I know he plays a lot of. I know Echo, Amumu, and Graves specifically, and his Graves is very. It's very. I don't even know how to put it, but he can play Graves very well. But as far as his junglers, I think Echo would probably be his best one, and he knows exactly how to play like the three junglers that I mentioned before, very well to their potential.
I have to shout out PZ here because my brother, I have a brother, a little brother, and he joined the league. This season was his very first season playing, and he had such a great time. I mean, every week. Already talking about coming back and playing next week. It was just such a great, welcoming community. So thank you, everyone. But he played with PZ twice, and as we were kind of talking about how the week went, like in the following days, he made it a point to kind of call out PZ, one of the junglers that he had, and the second time he got him was excited to be playing on a team with PZ again. So PZ, great, like just a really good, like passes the vibe check, someone that you like to have on your team, and as you said, also talented at League of Legends. So definitely an asset to have those players on a team that like they can communicate well and they're good at playing League of Legends and they're fun to play with. So that's gonna be a fun matchup there in the mid lane between Kha'Zix, who's no stranger to the stream. I think has been on an invitational or two in the past, versus the first time for PZPabs here. So something to prove in the jungle for PZPab versus Kha'Zix and that veteran play out of the jungle there.
And also, if I can add, I know Kazak, I can never pronounce his name right. I am so sorry, but I know that he is an extremely friendly person to play with.
Mhm.
He's always positive. He always tries to help out his teammates, and I know PZ does too. These two players are highly recommended towards me because they know how to keep the morale up on your team very well. They know if you're in a losing situation, you can turn it around at all times and not give up.
Absolutely. It's only over when I say it's over.
All right, these
I don't know
teams
about
are,
that.
guys, I'm so excited to announce that the teams are loading into the lobby now, so we are going to be starting shortly. So let's quickly touch on this mid lane matchup here.
Oh, Skippy Skipper. I've only ever had the pleasure of facing this person one time. And the one time he made me so terrified of Aurelion Sol. I never wanted to play that character again after I saw him play him. As far as Nintenjon, I never had the pleasure of facing him, but I know like he's very versatile in his mid lane.
Yeah, same. He can adapt and play whomever is required. I think I saw him play Vigar. I can't remember who all he played, but he played a ton of. It's a vast range of very angry, scary little yordles.
Yes.
Yeah, both of these mid laners, and we saw Nintenjon coming fresh off a win for what was it? What did Nintendo? No, I thought I had it written down, and now it's escaping me. From the wheel, but yeah, both these players in the mid lane. I think you will see some bans from both teams focused on the mid lane. I think most
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
They're both solid laners, in my opinion.
Okay.
Sam and Liam in ADC or in the ADC role. I know one of them. I can't remember which one. One of them plays who's the guy with Aphelios, and it's
Yeah.
a very annoying. It's a very annoying. It's a very annoying lane thing to lane against because you know.
I believe that was Sam that
It
played.
was him. Yeah.
I believe. I know he's a very, and I mean I'm gonna say this about all these people because they are all solid laners in my opinion. Sam, he can play his champions very well, and Liam and I have played together on a previous season, and I was his ADC for a little bit, and he was more than patient with me, even though I was really horrible at ADC. But he has some good solid picks with his Misfortune, his Ashe. He can play these characters to their fullest potential, in my opinion. So it's going to be a very good matchup between these two, in my opinion. So
Absolutely.
I love
And then we
watching.
already-
I love watching. Sorry, just to jump in. I love watching both these players play. Skippy McSkipper has been around has been around the league for such a long time. They've been a great player. They've been on multiple invitationals, so it's so exciting to have them back. I think the very first time I ever cast an event with CMSA, I had Skippy on there, and I kept saying his name, Skippy McSkipper's son, for some reason. I was like, Skippy McSkipperson, Skippy McSkipperson. But not that many Skippies now. It's just Skip for me. So it's so awesome to see them back on. I would be shocked if I see an Aphelios allowed in game 1 or game 2. I would be. I mean, unless that tells me that Liam and Lad have something cooked up, ready for like an anti Aphelios sort of thing. And then with Liam here, as you said, it has an ability of learning new champions really quickly, and so I would not be surprised if Liam and Lad have been working on some surprising picks here in the bot lane.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what surprises come in store from the bot lane.
Especially with Lad's very recent A to Z challenge. If you haven't been aware of that, he had to win the game as support with every champ from A to Zinc. And I should say, I don't know who the first champ is, but he did to do all of them. He's got the whole Aatrox to probably Zyra, right?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aatrox to Zyra.
I mean, as far as supports go, though, like Medeo and Vladimir, they're both solid laners, in my opinion. Vladimir's Zyra is extremely scary.
His Lux is scary. He was playing someone. He did like who was he doing the other day? The alt stealing guy. What's his name?
Sylas.
Sylas, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Sylas support the other day, and it was scary. So I fully support whatever decision comes from either side.
And see, I know Medeo that they play a good bit of Zyra as well, but also they can play Zyra and they can play Lulu and they can play Seraphine pretty decently, in my opinion. It's going to be a battle of who can get Zyra first, probably in the bot lane.
Yeah, and I think Medeo also is a big fan of Milio.
Yeah.
Milio.
Oh, Milio, yes.
There's a whole lot of Lotta.
One of as I look at the bot lanes, the way I see it is that Silver Sam and Medeo are the ever so slightly more aggressive bot lane of the two here between like Liam and Lad. And I think that they're going to want to try and pick a combination of champions that allows them like the advantage and to win in lane. And they want to opt into those 2v2 fights. They want to opt into just like fighting to the death, creating chaos in the bot lane. One thing that I love whenever I watch Lad play is Lad is so good at moving around the map. And so it'll be interesting to see how these two playstyles play out in these games, because Lad, when he's moving, he's opting out of those 2v2 fights. He's kind of saying, okay, you know what, you want to do that, but I'm going to go impact the rest of the lane. I've seen some pre-level 7 ganks come out from Lad up into the top lane. And so I would not be surprised to see Lad trying to move around the map and for Lad and Liam to just kind of not play into the strength of this bot lane like against Sam and Medeo, but instead kind of be like, okay, we're gonna play for the team more and let you guys see if you can figure out a way to tower dive us or generate a lead given that sort of play style.
I think Liam could play very passive in that defense if he needed to, and he's very adaptable in lane. And like the Liam and Vladimir laning together, they're both adaptable. They do whatever the team needs. Sam and Medeo, as you said, they're more aggressive. So it's going to be really exciting to see how these two, the 2v2 will play out in the bot lane.
Absolutely. All lanes, like I said, like it's going to be an even match all around. So it may come down to champ select and who gets banned.
I will say I haven't had a game 3 here on an invitational in a while, so I'm really crossing my fingers that that we'll have a game 3 invitational here that'll go the distance. So I'm really hoping for the 1-1, making it count. So the teams are patching some stuff out. Hopefully we'll be good to go in just a second. But since we have a moment, tell me what you think about kind of the state of the meta of the game right now. I know that like juggernauts are so fast right now. The fact that we have a like 800 movement speed Cho'Gath flying at you, or Garen just running around doing as he pleases, doing his best Mundo impersonation. Like, what? How do you feel about? Do you think any of that's going to play into the games tonight?
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, by all means, you first.
I was just gonna say. I mean, obviously the jungle, the mobility comes down to the jungle and the support generally who roams, or if there's a roaming support at all, it comes down to the play style. I think we can expect roams mostly out of Lad, and obviously Skippy likes to roam as well. So kind of a little bit from both teams. We'll see. It certainly makes things. Oh, we got a champ select here going on.
With that said, we are into champion select here for game number 1, CMSA Pearl Invitational. Here we go, and one of the champions we called out in the intro, Graves, already being banned.
There we go. There's the stream. Gotcha.
And Zyra coming through as a ban as well. Certainly targeted at Vladimir here.
There's the Zac.
Yeah, Kha'Zix just too strong on that champion, too tanky. Get it out of here.
And with the mobility of being able to E over walls, right? He can be all over the place, right? With the previously mentioned
Yes.
Move speed issue.
Especially with tanks and bruisers doing so much damage right this instant.
Right, there's the Aphelios we spoke of. I think every champ we talked. We didn't talk about Graves or Briar. Now that I think about it, but
I did talk about Graves a little bit.
Was mentioned, yeah. It's just the Briar that struck me out. A little surprising here, and then the Mel.
That's just a general play
overall. Yeah,
yeah.
Triple flex. Like, where is it even going? Mid support bot. Like, it's a very strong pick for that reason.
Right, and then there's Durg taking the Amumu from Kha'Zix.
And there's the Echo.
Or 4, excuse me. There's the Echo.
And the Amumu, okay.
So we got our junglers picked. That could be mid lane too, I guess. But it's probably jungle. Yeah, there's
the
Lux.
Interesting. And
let's see.
Can flex that though, whether it's mid lane or support.
Yeah, that's
could go either way. You're right.
That's gonna be exciting to find out which one's which here.
And we're gonna get it. Last second.
There we go.
We'll
Pantheon.
We'll see if it sticks. Sometimes, sometimes with the client, someone will lock in a little late. But Pantheon Urgot, ooh, 2 bruisers coming in.
A little bit heavy on the. Well, we'll see. It might be a really heavy AD team.
I don't know. The CC though from both teams so far is pretty good.
And also, are we signaling? Are we signaling like a Pantheon support here, or could it go up with Dirge in the top lane?
It could be a top. I haven't seen Pants top lane in a while, but it absolutely could be, right? We talked about needing aggression against Lad and Liam in the bot lane.
Now, Lad and Liam, they have locked in their bot lane. They've got Ashe and Lux, and now all their bans get to just be focused on this ADC in the mid lane here. But Liam's loving the Ashe buffs because that is a comfort pick for Liam here. And with the recent changes, I mean, Ashe is eating well, so Liam probably very, very happy to be on a champion that they're confident on for game number 1.
Victor ban as well, which nobody likes Victor.
Victor and Nasus. Oh, Caitlyn. It's an interesting ban.
just something that can compete with the range here. They're kind of saying, all right, we're gonna just take a pure poke lane. You can't even really try and fight it here. The Aphelios has sort of been banned out, and now with Caitlyn gone, the poke, the early game poke advantage is gonna go all for Fizz on my Jace here.
And then Xerath
Maybe-
band ended out.
It's going to be interesting whenever I believe that Urgot is going to be Durgan's, and I'm thinking that Amumu is going to be Kha'Zix.
Yep.
And I'm believing Pantheon will be support.
Most likely correct. This is
Ooh.
okay. So we got
We got him.
Syndra.
We got a Malphite top lane and Syndra mid. And a Varus.
Oh, Avaris, here we go. All right.
See
And then
that
the final.
both ADCs are on S tier picks right now. So it's either or on this game.
What comes down to who gets lucky first.
Who
Even if
gets
someone
lucky first? We'll see. I mean, it is with this Varus Pantheon, it's very clear, right? They wanna jump in and get that Varus passive up and popped. They're easily gonna have the all-in advantage, but can you get onto Ashe and Lux? It's gonna be challenging for them to move up and actually find that.
In the bot lane, sure, but later on they've got Malphite who can just ult in, right? Like for team fights. Then the question becomes, I mean, I think the smart pick is to build him tank, right? But I think could be tempted to go. No, they're going to need to build him tank. He can't go AP for this game. They got too beefy of opponents, and he's really their only frontline.
Yeah, they're gonna need Echo to go half tank as well, I believe. I think they're, in order to respond to even the Urgot and the Mumu and the Pantheon as well, they're gonna need at least 2 tanks for a front line, I would believe.
Yeah, so this is gonna be. I'm just thinking through the team fights here, right? Like the Fizz on my Jace has a ton of engage, right? They've got the Amumu Q, Amumu second Q. They got Syndra's stun and pull thing. They've got Varus ult. They've got Pantheon ult. They've got Pantheon stun, right? That's just there's a whole lot of scary.
Yeah,
And then over
that team is specifically made for team fighting, and
yeah,
meanwhile the other team is made for more poking people down and singling at least 1 or 2 people out for a fight.
right, exactly. Which is all well and good if it works, but when the fit hits the shan, you don't know what's going on.
Exactly. It's anybody's game right now, though. So I think that both of these teams are remarkable choices, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. What's your prediction?
Honestly, if I were to predict it, I would give it to. I can't give it to either one because honestly, it's anybody's game. But
No, absolutely.
both-
You're right. They're two close matchups.
yes, they're all very strong picks. I believe whenever it comes down to it, LeBlanc's Dark Fingies, their team fight capability is going to be unmatched. But whenever Fizz on my Jace gets a hold of somebody and just singles somebody out, that person won't be able to withstand it very long.
Well, the name switched. I was calling the wrong team. Yeah, absolutely. The left team, LeBlanc's
Dark Fingies is going to be on the blue side here, and Fizz on my Jace will be on that top side red here.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I have a very slight. I'm gonna call it 55-45 in favor of LeBlanc's Dark Fingies.
The Dark Fingies. Okay, I mean, it is
My prediction.
the team fights are going to be a puzzle to be sure. It's all about both sides kind of want to warn each other and just go for it. So we will see. We'll see them do that for like we'll see who can kind of keep their carries alive as the Malphites go flying in, as the Echoes try to find an assassination angle through the just burst and stun lock of a potential pick. It's going to be crazy.
As the bandages fly through the
Right.
air.
Yeah, it's games like this. Although to be fair, because my Jace does have a Morgana, it's games like this. It's tricky
Oh,
as
yeah.
a squishy carry to even walk up and want to do
Right.
meaningful damage.
Right. Yeah, and Merc Treads, like John just said in the chat, is a necessity for both teams. I think this game, right? Because I mean, even on the other team, you've got Lux Q, you've got Ashe ult, you've got Malphite ult, you've got Morgana Q, right? Like there's just a whole lot of CC, whole lot of
Yeah.
holding still for people.
I definitely think that this shopkeeper here at both sides is going to go broke from getting all the Merc Treads. They're going to get rich off of them really quick.
Absolutely true. We got formations setting up on both sides.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I'm always curious, like, are you gonna go for a big invade here on, like, you have something queued up, but both sides just saying, no, we're gonna fan out. We'll play it safe. Don't win or lose it right away.
Echo's going for trying to pull a sneaky. Showed blue side, now he's running to red.
Hey, he was just testing the waters, that's all.
Spawn.
Got some early wards out. I think they were expecting an invade. Alright. It's about to get real.
All right, we're off. Here we go. First, where will the first blood be? Where will the first tower be? Dirge says,
Oh.
let's fight right away.
Urgot
Durgan
level
going
1
in.
is everybody never respects the Urgot, but he wins just about against anybody level 1.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
Oh, exhaust goes
CC.
down. Yeah, they want to trade. They've got now Liam has tagged with the slow.
Ooh, and
Flashing
a
forward. They just need a few more autos. It's not going to be
Oh.
found though. And now it's Silver Sam with lethal tempo fully up, trying to trace down Liam. Moving forward. So little HP.
you get it?
the last shot.
Both getting close. You're out. Medeo hits the level up. Lad gonna survive. It's gonna go
Ooh,
down the dam. And Silver Sam pick it up. A huge all in from the bot lane.
That
Although,
could have. Oh, go ahead.
That was a really worthy sacrifice of Vlad though to stay behind, in my opinion, because he didn't let his ADC die there. So, but the first blood was very good and clean.
Sure. Yeah,
And so close. I mean,
level 1.
yeah, both sides. Pantheon down to one auto attack was going to be defeat. And then almost going down there, it was, I think, the level that saved him in addition to those health pots. But just the fact that so many champs got within one auto of dying there, making it very exciting for the first blood.
I'm not even sure. The poor Morgana was just auto attack, or I'm sorry, not Morgana. The poor Varus was just trying to auto attack and kill the Morgana and just wouldn't die, right? He's just
Morgana is very resilient.
yeah. Oop, there's an invade down at. Looks like Echo's getting a little saucy.
Oh, could he be going around for a flank?
Yeah, wrapping around already here. Showing on, not spotted out on the tower. Dark Binding goes
Okay.
down. They've baited it in. Black Shield now used. There's no disengage. Medeo's been tagged with the slow, but it looks like their sights are set on Silver Sam, who is flashless. And that'll be a kill picked up by the carry for Fizz on my Jace, not Liam. So great retaliation gank there by PZ Pabs to help get the bot lane back in it.
Easy just says that he has to iron out the lanes a little bit to make them even.
That's right. We got
Although
some... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, both sides are farming very well right now. They're both doing very good.
Yeah, slight lead on the blue side, on the Blunk's Dark Thingies. Gold wise, but not too big of a lead.
I think highly that's because of First Blood as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. First Blood and there's a little bit more farm across the, well, I guess not. Never mind. Actually, Ashe, yeah, Ashe is a little bit down in farm, and so is
Now, speaking of that Ashe, not Liam does pick up the Berserker's Greaves on the first base, so not as much raw AD here for the all-in, but is going to be able to dance around and just kind of weave in those autos from a safe range against this Pantheon and this Varus. So I like the pickup. We'll see if he can play it out, as the Grubbies are started on the opposite side of the map. PZ had kind of started him up, but it's Kha'Zix and Dirknoon that are going to be in the area. The first one claimed by Kha'Zix. Skippy making sure PZ stays away. Amumu's so good at taking those early.
yeah. Looks like this is going to be a confirmed kill of the Grubby Grubs.
And Grubs go down to Kazakh.
Yeah, so far it's a. Looks like there's a gank. No, maybe not. Yeah, so far the objectives control of Kha'Zix is going pretty well, right? We got. I don't believe he's ganked, but you don't really gank as a Mumu until you're 6. Oh,
Yeah, Kazakh, he's very objective oriented. He knows how to pick them up very quickly.
Oh, 4 members here trying to get on a Kha'Zix, but fortunately the high ground, I think, saving him there. But on the other side, Kung Pao and Dirk fighting to the death, and now it's Kung Pao who comes out ahead, scoring the first solo kill here in the top lane, and he'll claim some turret plating for it.
there's a free 125 gold for him. Got teleport coming in. He's going in behind the Malphite.
I don't know if Kung Pao is aware of this. Urgoon's gonna arrive, so the fight in top lane continues here. Urgot's there, Kung Pao flashing it! And that means that Malphite is gonna be able to get away.
Might have actually worked out okay. He's a slightly higher level, and I think even...
His teleport's still up as well, so he can get back
Yeah.
to lane if he needs to.
Exactly.
This Syndra is just dominating with farm right now. She's
Yeah. Synders can be very hard to farm against, especially early.
Lad and Liam have been kind of on the getting pushed inside of this bot lane for a while, but level 6s are about to arrive in the bot lane as they have in the rest of the map, and a big poke there onto Lad as Silver Sam and Medeo start to get low, and that triggers the jungler to come over and start up this dragon. So Kha'Zix along with the bot lane will start to try and secure this. It looks like Fizz and my Jace don't want to give this up without a fight though. They know all about this with Hawkshot.
Looks like Lux is staying in the mid lane.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes out. Kha'Zix does secure the dragon. The fight continues. Silver Sam is flashed away. The final spark just missing. Not able to secure any kills. Now, not Liam trying to cut it out, flashing forward. The Dark Binding does land, but Kha'Zix is there, just trying to buy some space for his team to escape. And ultimately, it's going to be a Pantheon recalling Amadeo forced to flash. Great check there by Vladimir to at least get the summoner out in that situation.
So that was a great dragon fight, right? Like, Amumu got it and they got out, and nobody really died for it, right? But if you look, the Ashe is getting caught up on farm, right? And it's about even, right? Like previously the bot lane has lost their lead.
Yeah, but a big win nonetheless for LeBlanc's Dark Fingies. They've gotten both of the first 2 objectives, which means they're 1 off. I will also say there's 1 kill. The next kill here is going to determine who takes that feat. And so, Lad on that roam, already now arriving into the mid lane, but look who's here as well. Medeo, immediately able to answer. And so all the focus has shifted to this second pair of grubs. I would not be surprised if we see a 3rd kill come up here over this Grubbies. So 2 things are in play here. One, you want to win the fight so you secure grubs, but you also don't want to die first and lose off on that feat.
Right. It looks like Syndra is staying mid, so it may be a hard fight, or maybe a hard objective for them to take.
Yeah, they just decided they didn't have the vision of it, and LeBlanc's Dark Fingies just gives it up. So they prevent LeBlanc's Dark Fingies from taking the objective and score the first one for themselves.
3-3.
And either side could either risk it either because of one of the deaths.
Medeo has found Liam coming in from their own jungle, but not enough damage. We'll try to snipe it out.
Ooh.
Oh, but it looks like that spear just does not arrive in time. In the top lane, though, they've got 3 members. Dirge Noon trying to stay alive, doesn't want to give up feats, but it is going to go to Kung Pao and Fizz on my Jace, and they claim that first feat of warfare.
Yeah, as we predicted earlier, Lad's gonna roam, and he's gonna be direct with whenever he roams. So that was a very good call out on that.
Echo's trying to steal blue side, but there's nothing there. Seen a little bit of nothing but disappointment.
Now
There's
you
been
are
a lot of counter jungling. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's been a lot of counter jungling from red side, right? So, just calling it out. It could be good. It could be bad, depending on how it plays.
Still anybody's game at this moment.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, money's about even. Slight lead from the long Fingies, Dark Fingies.
We also have that Malphite with 2 kills up top lane as well. So that's something that I'm interested to see later on in the game as well.
Right. And he's building tank as expected. He's going to be building his.
Oh, a flash from Kung
And he-
Pao, making sure that Fear Beyond Death flies off towards the Nexus instead of into this rock here. Still in a tough situation though with an Amumu here swarming. They certainly could go for something. Kung Pao knows it's here now. The box-in has been started. Kha'Zix not gonna let Kung Pao get away. As the teleport is coming up to try to save. Are they going to get it down? Stalling for time, using Unstoppable Force. They do get the shutdown, but Nintenjon there to score a second kill, or to score that return kill. So 1 for 1, thanks to a great teleport by Nintenjon.
All changed so fast. Yeah, and Kung Pao's flash was perfect.
Oh, a very clean Dark Shield by Lad. Not Liam and Silver Sam, though. They lean in, and it's going to be Silver Sam who gets the better of it. Lad flashing forward, gets that Dark Binding to get a revenge kill for ADC, but ultimately it is the bot lane of LeBlanc's Dark Fingies that comes out ahead, 2 kills for 1.
I think we need to talk about that Black Shield for a second. That was beyond
That was
on
clean.
point. That was, yeah, perfect timing.
Oh, Dirge cheekily. I love it when you walk into your opponent's tower and say, I'll be plucking that rose. Thank you very much. And this is going to be another feat then started. It's Kha'Zix looking for that 3rd objective. It's down to 1,500. Fizz on my Jace does not know about this. Kha'Zix secures it and then has the escape right over to PZ Pab, trying to walk out of there. Medeo is there to lock him down. Skippy follows up, but there's no mana for this Syndra. But it is ultimately going to be a Comet Sphere that claims the life of PZ Pabs. And that means that is the third objective there for LeBlanc's Dark Fingies, and they claim the feats for themselves.
Yeah, they're getting the buffs, but Fizz on my Jace is certainly keeping up money-wise, right? Like they're certainly holding their own. It's still anybody's game.
They're less than 1,400 gold away, I think, or 1,200 gold. So a little bit of farming, and I think they could pull this off.
Absolutely.
Well, that damage from his from Liam's volley, that's actually really big against that Pantheon.
Both the junglers are here. Lad now trying to disengage. Black Shield is not available this time, and Medeo knows it. Flashing forward to claim another kill. The 4th one for Pantheon. Oh, and a max range Chain of Corruption means that not Liam cannot move. They will take the 2 kills and the turret.
First turret.
That'd be all 3 feats, wouldn't it?
That would be all 3 feats. You're exactly right.
Where does it display it on this screen? I don't see the feats. Is it?
And I think here it's just in chat.
It is? Okay, fair enough.
So feats here claimed for LeBlanc's Dark Fingies. Oh, and now a little bit of a counterplay here as Fizz on my Jace gonna play up into the top lane.
I didn't even see him get Rift. Must have got it during that last fight there. Probably gonna be 2
And
turrets.
we're gonna ride it all the way to tier number 2. Fearlessly, Kung Pao. What is up with the camera? Wanted to take a look at Amumu in base there as it hit. We just had to look away. It was just too gruesome. Got Lad and not Liam, along with the bot lane of LeBlanc's Dark Fingies that have transitioned into the mid lane here, kind of officially starting this mid game.
Yeah, they everybody's changed to their new homes and trying to carry on up into the.
This is the part of the game I
next
like
stage
to
of the game.
pick on the mages that are out on the side lanes that just
That's right.
they don't have a lot of mobility. Yes, they've got the wave clear, but how far can they really push up?
Right, without being in danger. That Malphite's getting pretty aggressive, but he's tanky as hell, so shouldn't be a problem for him.
And some pings going down. They've just establishing vision here. There's not a lot of objectives. It looks like both sides are just going to be content to farm and and play around this next dragon. Now, this is something that this next dragon, Fizz on my Jace, does not want to give this up without a fight. However, Kung Pao and Durjnoon making a play on the opposite side. Kung Pao having to flash away. Are they go? Oh, they don't have a. Oh, he so patiently holds unstoppable force, knowing and kiting into the corner where Fear Beyond Death had to be used. Gets out with the teleport to seal the deal. So all the summoners used, but hey, you still have your life, Kung Pao. Great counterplay, and an enchanted crystal arrow lands with Silver Sam there with the cleanse.
Yeah, Kung Pao's been really good at getting away this game. Amazing evades on his part. So they're prepping for drag. Kazik knows he's on his way.
Fizz on my Jace starting this up. Not
So
a
you could
lot
try
of
to steal
vision
him?
here. They're moving around. Looks like
We
the
get the-
fight has been started. Dragon be damned. They're going in. Lad is the first to fall. The final spark there going through the whole team. It's a lot of damage, but the carries of Dark Fingies have been untouched, and they're just going straight towards that back line. They end up winning that fight, and now they'll claim the third dragon. And I feel like that fight showed us a lot about where these two teams stand at this point in the game.
That's right. Yeah, we were saying. Oh,
Kung Pao trying to make a move. Wants to shut down Amadeo and gets it. A fourth kill going over to Kung Pao.
He did an amazing ult to backtrack him. That was really nice.
and then Lux comes in for a snipe.
Well, I was asking, like, look at where these two teams stand after that fight. It was like, well, LeBlanc's Dark Fingies has a clear advantage here. They like the way they've got a gold lead. They're fighting well, but a great way to get back in the game here is start securing those shutdowns, and Fizz on my Jace finds those, and look at the initiative. They immediately move to start Otacon. And
I don't think Stimper's even.
they have no idea. They don't know.
Well, they saw the bloom now, so they might. Yep.
Now they have an idea. Skippy's coming. But Skippy, you're the only one here. But the jungler's in time. It's going to be a 50-50. Mateo scores Peasy. That means there's no smite available. And ultimately, though, it goes to Nintenjon, who gets the voracious Otacon. Oh, Durjnoon finding the back line with a huge snipe. However, they're going to be able to withdraw from this team fight. No problem.
They've lost what? Three of their withdrawals already. Or was it 4?
Yeah, the false life buff is what they got, and they needed it because immediately LeBlanc's Dark Fingies were right there, and Fizz on my Jace had to try to get away. 3 members fall, but they still have now some members with that false life buff, so they can play aggressive. They want to try to see if LeBlanc's will overextend, but it looks like they'll play patient.
They're chasing after that Varus.
Oh, the unstoppable force comes out, and that means that Silver Sam will go down. So now you have a numbers advantage here. Teleport's coming through, but it's not going to be enough to save this mid turret. All 5 members here. Kung Pao is so tanky at this stretch of the game.
That turret doesn't even say hello to him at that point. He just can stand there all day.
That turret was not long for this world. Looks like Urgot's coming in. He's going to try to give him a little pokey poke.
Oh, they were looking for it with Enchanted Crystal Arrow, but great sidestep there by Dirge and Medeo. Not going to let that land. They still have a temporary numbers advantage. They're looking for something before Varus can arrive to reinforce. But LeBlanc's won't let them find anything, so it looks like they're content to just kind of sit back, wait for either this Dragon or Baron for the next big fight.
like a reset from red side. Syndra's pushing the side lane. Urgot doing the same. Oh. I lied.
This is the part of the game where side lane pressure and vision are going to be really, really important. You want to make sure that you're pushing those lanes out, that you have something in the... but I'll hold that thought because
Liam's
Medeo is going to try to
close.
strike Liam, and they will find something. And so now, that's what I'm saying. You keep control of your lanes, hopefully to generate a pick, and then you can make something happen. And they just found that pick in the mid lane. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, force the reset of the mage there. Looks like they're getting ready to dragon up.
This dragon will be so big for
Kazik, yeah.
yeah, Kazik. Especially if they score soul here.
And they know it's important.
Good
Look
one.
at this. All 5 members of both teams here getting behind the fearless tank that is Kung Pao, just wading into the river.
And it looks
They're
like,
waiting for their Ashe to arrive right now.
Yeah, and she has ult, so she can ult from afar if she has to. It does
They have
a
found
longer stun anyway.
Oh, they find the one member out, Dirge but can't quite lock him down. But Dart finding will lock down Kha'Zix. They're just staying together. And with the Amumu not available, that means that Kung Pao is going to be able to go into the back line. Lad goes forward. Kung Pao is taking so much, but Silver Sam kiting it out and just putting down the damage. But on the opposite side of the team fight, not Liam trying to get through, but it's just not enough. One kill found on Medeo, fighting valiantly, flashing away, trying to save the lives, but nope, come on back here. Fear Beyond Death from Urgot, gonna claim another life and another one team fight here for the Longstark Fingies.
And that Kazik barely got away there. Did you see his health bar when?
Yeah, I thought that the Amumu was going to go down. They went so
He's doing
hard
great.
into killing that the smite of LeBlanc Stark Fingies that unfortunately the carries ended up bearing the brunt of that. They don't want to give this up
Coming in
yet. And
May not have a
will
choice.
score it! That is Soul here, claimed for the side of LeBlanc Stark Fingies. Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming through, finds its mark, but no one there to follow up. Final
Kazik
spark,
has
hitting
all.
multiple targets. They do have a nice team fight here. It's well formed. They're fighting front to back, but they just don't have the damage as even behind this massive tank, Varus just shreds right through Silver Sam, putting out a ton of damage.
Looks like Amumu didn't use his ult that entire time. So he's still got it up if anything goes down here.
I think he saw that they had enough CC during that they didn't really need his ultimate at that point. So I
every
think
every
saving it.
champion on that team has it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's saving it just in case they go for Baron next.
Absolutely. Which red team just got sight on?
Oh, that red buff just wanted to live the whole time. That's all he wanted to do.
Oh, Skippy trying to get a pick onto the jungler of Fizz on my Jace, but thankfully you can chrono break and get right out of there. But it does mean that's not available for this Baron. And LeBlanc Stark Fingies has the vision set up. There is Hawkshot available though for Fizz on my Jace, so a little bit more difficult to just actually start it. Harder to dance here with that tool available.
They're both dancing around it.
Skippy all over Nintenjon. But another teleport escape here, but that does mean that the summoner is not up for this Baron play here. And oh, Fizz on my Jace desperately trying to find a pick or some sort of a fight angle. And they'll take it onto the Urgot. Everything follows up. Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes down. Dirjnoon, have fun staring at your keyboard, not able to do anything. So much CC comes out. It's going to be a 4v5, and you know that LeBlanc Stark Fingies does not want to let this go for free. All the major ultimates have been used. Baron is applying that debuff. They're going to go for it. Grand Starfall comes in first, and the carry falls. That means that Silver Sam is going to be able to pick off yet another one. Untouched in the background, and Baron also putting in the work here as LeBlanc Stark Fingies have successfully staved off a 4v5, and now they are going to try to finish this Baron.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
That was so close by Nintenjon too with
It
his
was,
ultimate
yeah.
there.
Killing spree.
Oh, and this just feels like a victory push here now for LeBlanc Stark Fingies. They have the Baron. They've just won the 4v5. They've got to be feeling good here. What are they? How much can they get with this Baron, and how can Fizz on my Jace look to hold here?
Right, with Lux is the only one there, right? Like they can't do too much. Yep, they had a choice of stopping top or bot. They chose top. They did stop the push there, but Urgot's still pushing down below, and it's probably going to get that. No, maybe not. Thought he was going to stick around.
If Fizz on my Jace, if they can just turtle in long enough, I think they have a good chance of holding out and just farming up the items they need in order to actually answer back to LeBlanc Stark Fingies. I think they could do it.
Well, and Fizz
For
on my
sure.
Jace, they know Elder is going to be important. They're already starting to establish vision on that side of the map. They want to keep these lanes pushed out as much as possible to prevent Baron from being used and perhaps get behind anyone in the mid lane. And they've got a 4v3 or 4v4 in the mid. They may opt into it. Not Liam chasing down Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix not looking to turn. They're saving the CC this time for that back line. Kung Pao still has it. And now he hit two, and Final Spark comes over the top. Kung Pao trying to take down Silver Salmon for the first time. That carry has fallen in a team fight. But that meant that Dirjnoon and Kha'Zix just way too tanky. And they're going to be able to carry this fight instead. And once again, LeBlanc's Dark Fingies come out ahead.
So it should be a turret, maybe two for them.
I really thought that Fizz on my Jace had found the fight, getting both the carries, killing off Silver Sam early in the fight. It was like a different look than the other fights.
Right, but Kha'Zix held onto his ult for just long enough, I think, to turn the tides.
Yeah, great play from the Sad Mummy there. And that means it's going to be a very challenging defense of this Elder Drake here that has now spawned. But everyone's up.
Is on my Jace knows they're headed there. Oh, maybe not.
They do have
She has
some,
Hawkshot though.
and they did have some wards here. But they have now all been cleared. So they're going in blind. And it's so hard to go in blind against things like a Syndra here. Enchanted Crystal Arrow, hoping to find a target. Instead, they find Dirjnoon in the opposite brush, who scores the first kill. And Malphite trying to use Unstoppable Force to get away, but it's not enough. Elder Dragon secured in the midst of that, and Fizz on my Jace are just trying desperately here to hold on to their base. Medeo says, come back here. I'm going to try and finish this game right now. Let's see how hard they can push.
That black shield again by Vladimir, that's really on point on how he's doing that.
All lanes pushing. Full team back up.
Question I have is, how can red side answer back to them?
Yeah, it's 100%. You just have to try to take a pick and just turtle as hard as you can if you're Fizz on my Jace. They certainly do have the options to do that though. Especially if you're like in Durjun's position pushing solo. An enchanted crystal arrow coming out of base means you're locked down for so long that you may not be able to play the game. We've seen it connect at least once this game, and Fizz on my Jace definitely wants to try to make that happen a few more times to hang on and stall out. This feels like it's going to be a very challenging Baron here for Fizz on my Jace to defend against LeBlanc Stark Fingies. They have full control here of the jungle of Fizz on my Jace, and now Durjun has found Kung Pao.
He's so tanky it doesn't matter.
Flip him back, and Kung Pao just walks out, no problem.
He opted out of damage.
He just looked at them and said, "See ya." Oh, will Vladimir go down here? No.
So close to that little execute, but not gonna get it.
That luck shield saved him by a hair.
Baron's up, but everyone still has their sights set on using this Elder. And it just wears off. Now Liam now walking up, trying to put some damage down. Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands onto Medeo, but now they turn! And they turn quick! Medeo and Kha'Zix immediately executing the carries from Fizz on my Jace. And now it's Vladimir and Nintenjon left to try to hold. Grand Starfall, though, will cut off the retreat. No HP, what a valiant effort here to close out this game right now. Game number 1, and it looks like LeBlanc's Dark Fingies are pushing for the Nexus.
Oh, look how fast that turret fell.
It's just so much damage against them right now. They both played very hard games, though.
Yeah.
Very good games.
Very good games. They just couldn't come back after that team fight at Dragon there.
Yeah, so as I'm thinking about that game, I agree 100%. That team fight at Dragon was so important, and it just went in the way of LeBlanc Stark Fingies, and they just seem to have all the momentum from there on out.
Could we see the advanced details by that game, please?
Yes, we can.
I just want to get a breakdown of. So the highest amount of damage that game was 29,000. That's very well. Who was that by? Was that by Varus? Or
That I don't know why that's not loading. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure. It's got to be. Oh, now I've just completely lost
No.
the client here.
Go, Riot!
Yeah. Well, oh, there we go. Oh, we can see. Oh, there you are.
You're
There
right.
you have the
You're right.
advanced stats. Let's
I thought it
pull
looked weird.
as we're looking. Let's pull one player in for a quick interview, shall we?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and look. We talked so much about him going into this, but let's go. Let's see if Medeo is available for an interview. One moment while I confirm. All right. Where did you go? Medeo, welcome to the stream.
Hello. How's everyone?
Well,
Welcome to here.
we're doing great. We're watching some excellent League of Legends. Tell me, like, how are you feeling after that first victory for the Invitational, and what was like the key moment in your mind to winning game number 1?
I think that dragon fight in the early game really pushed us to go forward, and we kind of just took that momentum and went through the entire game. Let me free roam their jungle to clear the wards. Pretty good.
Yeah, you got every dragon. They got Rift Herald, right? Like, you just had really good objective control, and that sealed the deal for the rest of the game.
Tell me, what was the vibe like going into that game? Were y'all confident? Were you feeling nervous?
We were a little worried in bot lane because of the Morgana pick, because my W won't do anything if Morgana just black shields it. But that first fight in bot lane where I accidentally W'd a minion turned out pretty well for us in the long run. So
Well, that was one of the things that I had written down, was that level 1 was absolutely insane. It was you at 1 HP, it was Liam at 1 HP, and ultimately it was Latimer at 0 HP, but it could have gone either way.
I think like both bot lanes in both teams are pretty aggressive, and you saw that in our level 1s. We Liam and Lad are pretty aggressive as well, and Silver Sam and me, we just got lucky and got them on level 1. It was looking pretty bad at the beginning there.
Well, it's not looking pretty bad now. Y'all are up 1-0. Congratulations on your big win, and good luck in game number 2.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, game number 2. What anything you'd like to see specifically out of this game? Either any adjustments or changes that you would make if you're in the shoes of Fizz on my Jace here?
For me, I think they learned that their strategy of trying to get the picks wasn't necessarily working. The enemy team didn't get caught out too much, right? They went super tanky. So even if they did catch someone out, it doesn't really matter, right? Because Kung Pao had so many escapes. So I think we might see a tankier team this time around.
I personally would like to see. I would like to see a surprise pick from the 80 carries on bot lane. I would like to see. Well, possibly. I don't know. I'd like to see either Senna or a Nyla come into an ADC play. I think that a Nyla with the right combination would actually do very well, especially since a lot of people don't know how to play against her. I think that she would stand a good chance. But personally, any support would do, in my opinion. I would like to see someone more tanky. I would change up a little bit.
Yeah, more CC. Not that they were lacking CC, but they had significantly less CC than the enemy team.
Well, with game 1 in the books and with game 2 on the horizon. Oh, welcome. Thank you, the Star, for playing the fart for 50 bucks as I'm talking. Always appreciated. With game 2 on the horizon, I want to introduce another. We'll be switching out some casters here, so I will be stepping down for this game, and we're gonna be looking at, and we'll be adding to the roster. Home, are you here? Welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, hi.
What were you watching game 1? What are your reactions? What are your thoughts going into game number 2?
Oh yeah, I was watching game 1. It was really a big fight fest. My thoughts going into it, well, I always think of specifically Kazik. He does objectives like as soon as they're up. always there at the objectives. I feel like it could also be easily countered because it's so predictable. But also, you kind of need some teamwork, roaming, and so that can always get messy, like it did in that previous game. And either it turns into a win or a loss very quickly for the objectives. But yeah, it worked out really well. I really like the game.
And then home, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, how long have you been a part of CMSA, the org, and then what position do you play in the league, and do you have any information on these players?
Let's see. I've been in every invitational except for this one, and then maybe season 3. I believe was the first one I did. So it was a while ago. Let's see. What season are we in? I think like 17 at this
16.
point.
I think this is the
Oh,
conclusion of season 16 for CMSA
yeah.
Esports.
So just a few that I've been in, and I usually play Phil. So whatever is the team is lacking, I'm very down to play. Um, I've played with basically everyone, especially this last season, and so I'm used to a lot of these players and their play styles. Specifically, I noticed you guys when talking about the players. Skippy's such a late game master. Like he plays late game champions, Syndra, Vagar, Asol, things that will scale so hard that they're unbeatable. But he plays them in a way that they get strong really quickly. So always a huge threat.
And a
Then
lot of the same band. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Kung Pao used to be a jungler, so like being in top lane so much, they'll almost always know how to help their jungler really efficiently.
That's very big for both teams then.
All right. Well,
So
as we're into the pick ban, I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna let you guys take over. I will see you at the conclusion of game number 2. Good luck, y'all.
Thank you. Ooh. Looks like we got a Mumu on the opposite team this time. With a Trundle pick. A lot of the same bands.
It was most definitely like a steal for that Amumu pick because Ixix Amumu's pretty good, consistent, really strong.
and we got the Trundle and the Varus right now going on, and then we got the Mumu again. With a Sona pick.
That's so odd. I feel like they're playing mind games with their picks because that Trundle is really good in Kung Pao's hands, so they were just stealing back. Oh, the Neela. We were talking about the Neela before the games, right?
Yes, we were.
You predicted it, and it was so.
Oh, I am very excited to see this. Anila Sona. That could be very, very intrusive for the enemy team.
You were saying she can get really strong if she gets ahead, right?
Yes, she can get very strong if she gets ahead. Also, with her passive gaining the extra experience plus the lifesteal, that is very huge, especially against Varus.
Does she still have? She still has the thing where she steals shields. Is that correct?
No, that was Zeri at one point.
Mm.
And then Riot nerfed that. Unfortunately. Ripped the shield steal. And then we got the Lux coming out. Both sides are banning again, and we got the Urgot ban and the Nasus ban. And the Malphite ban.
Oof. So another steal from Nintendo Slux.
My cat just tried to rip my shirt off.
Bad kitty.
Yeah, I've got a really fat cat that's angry at me that the food is not ready yet.
Oh no. Alright, and then we got Victor being banned for the final ban.
And there's the Teemo.
There's the
Ooh,
Teemo.
there's
And that's gonna
Teemo. Big
that's gonna be
scary.
for Durgoon, I guarantee that.
Yeah, and then because Ixicon Trundle's gonna be pretty fun to watch too, roaming around, pillaring.
Especially if it's with a lethal tempo trundle. Those really can do a lot of damage fast and hurt.
Ooh, seen some a different team entirely.
This team right here is really thinking it out on how they're gonna play this out.
Right. We got the split pushing Trundle on the right, and the I don't know. I think left team has a favorable team comp in my well, I don't have the full. Yeah, they don't really have a front line on the Blunkstark thingies, right? The well, is that still correct?
They have an Echo and a
Um,
Trundle.
Yeah, well-
Echo and Trundle kind of
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
But they're mostly looking for picks, as far as I can tell, with like the Varus ult, Lux Snipes, Teemo Shrooms, Echo just kiting in and out. While the
Trundle-
other team is like team fight oriented.
Yeah, and Trundle won't be sticking around for team fights, right? His job is to split, right? So it's really just the Echo. And I guess
Yes, but-
Echo. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, especially with the Trundle bites on the towers, those are very big because he could steal the tower damage a little bit.
Yeah, super quick on tower taken, right? So like the game here is they're just going to be trying to split instead of really team fighting or anything, right? Like everybody else just kind of messes around and distracts while Trundle goes and eats turrets for breakfast.
But
That is true, but it is a Trundle jungle. So oh wait, no,
Yeah.
is it Trundle? It is, right? Because Echo's mid.
Yeah, it's got to be
What I
Trundle.
would guess.
Yeah,
So like, unfortunately, while he would want to be split pushing, he also needs to be careful that he's near the objectives or just giving away objectives every single time.
every day I'm Trundling.
but also in the other team's defense, Nyla can take turrets like no other person as well, the same as Trundle, because her Q will also work on the turret and chunk it. So it's really, she can push as fast as a Trundle if she goes with lethal tempo.
Yeah, and then there's also that Olaf that if you just leave an Olaf by himself, he'll also just destroy your base so quickly. I guess it depends on his build, but
Yeah, especially if you'll get a hull breaker right in the middle of it, that will do some serious damage to you.
yeah, just looking at the team composition, I'd say Fizz on my Jace has a really well balanced team, solid team fight, good roaming, pushing power. But we'll have to see. Maybe the shrooms can completely take away half of someone's health and destroy the entire balance.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, they can slow a push, right? They'll kill the minions in a wave if they use them that way.
I'm very curious to see how this Vex will answer back to this, the Echo. Very curious on that.
I mean, the Vex gets stacks from dashes, right? So
Correct.
she should have like a slight advantage over Echo, right?
She should have it, but also I'm very curious if she'll gain stacks off his ultimate, if that's a dash.
Oh, I don't know about that one. But yeah, at least from the Vex and the Echo, I imagine it's more going to be a roaming who can go help their jungler or roam top and bot the fastest rather than like beating each other in lane.
We got a Broloff in the top lane.
I don't know. I've always liked that Star Guardian Nyla skin. She's one of my favorite ADCs.
I forgot to look. Do they have a theme?
Yeah, I was trying to like piece together if they had matching anything, because that's definitely what wins games. I think matching skins.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right.
Oh, we got Liam going Conquer Nyla.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Junglers are formating. Junglers are forming top lane. Oh, I say that and then. See, they always make liars out of me.
I feel like they're just trying to gaslight you. 'Cause,
I know.
Yeah, they just know
They
you're
listen to
watching.
yeah. They
Who
do the
told 'em?
opposite on purpose.
Who told him?
Spawn.
This is the moment where everybody just sits and waits for the mayhem that's about to come.
No, where's the invade?
So does anyone have any theories on this game, on how this game is going to go so far?
I think- Yeah, go
I
ahead.
bet 3 Poro points on Fizz on my Jace. Most definitely.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning that way as well, just solely based on team comp, right? Like, the Trundle can obviously change the game, right? If he gets enough, like if Trundle gets all the grubs, that changes things, right? Because he can take a turret in 12 seconds. No, 2 seconds. It could easily go either way.
Oh no, poor Kung Pao. Getting bullied by that Timo. Oh,
Vex is equally getting pummeled down in mid lane as well.
yeah. There's a lot of fighting going on.
A lot of poke. Yeah, I will say that red team has kind of a more of an early game advantage. Right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to win that game early, more so.
But once Sona gets some healing points, some Q points, right? They're not going to be able to one-shot a Lux, but they are going to be able to, stun both of them and heal up and stay in lane forever.
Maybe. I mean, a whole Lux combo followed by a Varus combo.
Well, that could be devastating right there, yeah.
Very
Get him,
true.
Timo. Get him.
Kung Pao!
See, but yet again, it's all going to fall down on how this Nyla plays as well because of her W. If she can get her entire team on a W and give them that miss that she has, it could be devastating as well.
You're an ADC main, right? What's like
Yes.
Nyla's power spike? When is she good and strong?
Nyla can get very strong as soon as she gets a BF sword. Or unless she goes collector. Oh, his first blood could go down.
Oh,
Oh, and Durgun gets it on PZ Pals. PZ Pabs. PZ Pals, what am I thinking?
Easy.
Easy.
Oh, and we might get second. No. See? Liar again.
I feel like it's compulsive at this point.
Exactly.
Meanwhile,
Obvious.
Durgun is not letting up on this Olaf.
What was that shield from?
Oh, look at all that damage with a flash coming in on. Oh,
Ooh.
there's second blood.
We got
Well,
Sam
they're-
just going right after that. After Lad.
Oh,
That was so close.
I did not see that one coming.
Honestly,
I thought for
That
sure
would've been
Nyla
a
was going to win
perfect- that would have been a perfect kill for Pride Month. 2 gay people in the dark room.
that. So yeah, we got. Yeah, the red team got the. I wish I could see somewhere on the screen where the feats are. But we got one of the feats at the very least. No dragons have yet to be claimed.
Mm,
Both jungles
Oh.
bot side.
and then Timo has a red buff and blue buff, so that poke just got augmented so much.
Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and however he wants to do it.
And now he's level 6 with his ultimate.
So expect a lot of random shrooms.
During Olaf's ult, he can't be CC'd, but he can be ulted, right? I mean, not ulted, he can be blinded? Question mark?
I don't believe he can be ult or blinded either.
Oh.
I could be wrong. You're absolutely right. You could be wrong.
We might have to test that theory soon.
Yeah, I don't
As soon as he
know.
ults.
But they're about to get dragon.
Oh, red team scores dragon.
Meanwhile, Mumu's getting the grubbies.
Which is good to keep from Trundle. If I was on the Trundle team, I would have. Oh, if I was on the Trundle team, I would have prioritized grubs personally, just for the split push. But they may not be planning on doing a split push now that we're getting down into it.
Yeah, but grubs are just so easy for Mumu because all the
Sure.
little mini grubs activate his E and like
Yeah.
lower the cooldown every single time. So you can just spam click it.
Yeah, you can tantrum easily. Looks like there's going to be a plate or two gotten bot.
I don't want to take a second here for recognizing exactly what Nyla just did for that Sona. As soon as she was being attacked by that Varus, he just W'd straight onto her and spread his shield spread his mist right onto her so she couldn't get hit. That was huge for them.
And here comes Trundle.
Oh.
That looks
For
like
that pretty easy
that looks
kill.
like that's an Olaf. That is an ex Olaf. We got. Ooh. There's already 3 turrets taken, or I'm sorry, 3 plates taken on bot turret.
Blanc is not letting up on this game. They are not.
No, they're still very much in it, right? Like it's still early game. They can farm up and get some picks, and this is far from over.
Oh, it's far from over. They're just not letting up on just completely trying to poke them down and just beat them out fast. But as you said, it's anybody's game right now.
Looks like Amumu might be doing a lane gank. Nope. See? I'm just lying all over the place. Pathological.
I
Oh,
also
no, he-
noticed that even though Echo was like trading with Vex a bit ago, and it was played out really well, they traded really evenly. Even if he got a huge shield and everything, just because the bounce.
Ooh, with
Oh.
an ult. I killed Medeo. Trundle comes in.
When did
Kills
Trundle
the
get here?
ADC. Yeah, I don't know. He's just sprinting from the other side, fast as his little troll legs could carry him.
Now Teemo gets that tower. Oh, here comes Vex, cleaning up.
Reed is answered with bandages.
Well, so far we have 2 kills on top, jungle, and ADC for LeBlanc Stark Duties. And 2 kills on Nyla, 1 on Amumu for Fizz on my Jace. So Nyla should be pretty strong during team fights, but otherwise it seems like that early game pick, the early game picks in general for LeBlanc Stark Duties is kind of working out early game. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Just still a crazy late game team on Fizz on my Jace, right? Like they gotta get it. Oh, here comes the grubs. Amumu's nowhere near him. He's on the way, but they may have these done by the time he gets there.
Yeah, especially with Teemo helping. And then there's probably shrooms in the way, so it's just not even worth. Teemo turns back. What song do you think DJ Sona's playing?
The good one. Is she the DJ Sona? I wasn't looking.
Yeah. Oh,
The
and
ult
here comes
comes
the
through.
Lux combo. Meanwhile, Echo and Trundle just destroying that mid lane tower. Chomp chomp. They both have abilities that like trigger their auto attacks. Just
There's an interesting thing happening here, right? Like they're kind of they decided to go for Dragon, right? Kha'Zix's gonna get this. Where's the jungle? Trundle's top, so they're just trying to harass him while they do it.
no, they'll probably be bullied off of it. I think.
Now Trundle's back. There's gonna be some action bot lane. They're outnumbered now.
Yeah, Botlane did a good job bullying them. Oh, Nintendo, no, you got cut out. Honestly, Echo's, Skippy's Echo is really good. He just waits behind, out of sight and then just ambushes people. It's really scary. Oh, no, this is a tower. Oh, they're definitely getting the empowered boots then.
Yep, this will be the first tower,
Yeah, they got first 3 kills as well.
and they got a
Second
Drake.
objective. Oh no, this would be their third. Actually, they would have gotten all 3.
Yeah. Did it say in the chat that they?
I don't think it says it in the chat, but
Oh.
you just know because they put a little symbol next to the boots on the.
Oh, when you get it, just when you get it the first time.
inventory. Yeah. If you look at Teemo's inventory, like his boots have a symbol.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. Yeah, that's the first beat.
Yeah.
Oh, and Teemo's out.
Team of this little flashy flash.
Second tower also taken by LeBlanc Stark Fingies.
John said in the chat that LeBlanc's team has 2 of their OTPs, the Teemo and the Echo as their mains. So they're getting They're getting pretty aggressive down there bot lane, right? They got the turret and they're. Did some damage, as the French say.
Oh, I didn't know French. Is that the word?
I have no idea if it is or not. I was just being stupid. If you say it funny, it sounds French.
Can be blinded.
Lux is roaming on up. Let's see if we can get a Kung Pao Q.
It's pretty hard to catch out Olaf, considering he has his ult and
Yeah.
just walk away. And he's so tanky to begin with.
Look at the aggressive wards on red team, right? They've got pretty deep vision, whereas blue team doesn't have much sight right now. It's been cleared. Yeah, LeBlanc's Thingies has much more control of the map this game than they did last time.
Yeah, and then everyone's getting so bullied. Oh, but the Vex engages. Oh no!
A little Briar flying action. There's about to be some counter moves here by red team.
Oh, it seems really scary for Fizz on my Jace. They all got low trying to engage on theirs. Oh!
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, but Nyla's ability just stops Echo from doing all that much damage. I believe it's her W, right? That makes her invulnerable to auto attacks.
That would be Rhythm. Do you play a lot of Nyla?
No, but I've played most of the champions at least.
No, I meant Rhythms. Rhythms plays a lot of Nyla.
Oh, I believe Rhythm's left.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Unfortunate.
Wow.
Maybe they had connection issues. Meanwhile, Amumu's taking the rift. But Trundle's closing in on this poor Sona. No!
And that miss whiffs everything. Amumu goes in.
Oh, this time Varus can't leave. Yeah. He had
Echo.
extended his
Ooh,
flash.
Echo might be caught out.
Oh, he was one Teemo away from getting his W.
Right there. Blue team. It wasn't even. It was a 2 for 2. Oh.
Some shutdowns, but Teemo's just defending too hard for them to go and capitalize on anything, unfortunately. And now Trundle's gonna start doing the drag. That would be their third drag, and they get soul point, and no one's nearby from Fizz on my Jace, so it's just a free drag.
Yeah, those Sonos shields were a certain land point. Looks like a dragon here, unless Amumu gets some warp speed boots, rocket skates, or something.
When Trundle's using his bite, his munching ability on the dragon, what part do you think he's munching? The feet?
I mean, he's a troll. Let me think. What would be the... It's gotta be the wing.
But like, it's flying and he can't fly.
Oh.
So I imagine he's just like jumping up and biting the foot. I don't know.
I mean, I guess that could be... true. I don't know, but the wing is kind of like right in his face too, right?
That's true. then if you take the lore into
'Cause
account,
he's
like
going like this.
if you take the lore into account too, like since it's oh, Varus gets cut out again. No Varus. That's a really good catch for
Yeah.
is on my dates. They'll probably
Yeah.
get mid-range turret too.
And well, yeah, they might get 2 turrets here. They just dropped Rift.
Oh,
Could be the tail. Well, no, he'd have to be behind him. Like,
and then
I got-
poor Kung Pao is so hesitant to going on this teamo just because of the blind. He can't
Yeah.
really do much, and then he doesn't
I
really
am-
know how many tombs are there.
I'm fairly certain that he can't be CC'd. I'm sorry, that he can't be, or that he can be blinded when he ults. I'm not sure though. Is anybody in the chat now?
Yeah, I would guess you can blind since I don't know if blind counts as like hard CC. It'd be like soft CC, like silence and so on.
Nyla taking red. Getting some red things. Looks like there's a whole lot of happening down here. They might catch Echo out? No.
But there goes Skippy again, just waiting in a bush, trying to see who he can catch out, and then if it's someone by themselves, just destroying them before they even know that they're being attacked. Very scary. Very rude, not very gentlemanly tactics for a fight, I would say. But
That's
it
no
works.
honor. There is no honor in League.
I feel like Echo himself would want to have an honorable fight.
Yeah, maybe, but not in Summoner's Rift. Let's see, there he just did it again. He was waiting in the bush. He came out, tried to get Sona, couldn't.
Oh,
Mumu goes in, ults.
he used his ult early, so he couldn't leave. Oh, and here Kung Pao trying to all in Teemo, but unfortunately he just backed away. Oh no! Wait, do you think this is
Gotta go.
worth?
No, I don't. I told you, Trundle's just knocking that stuff down. I don't think that they notice. They're just getting Atacon, right? The game may be over by the time they can recall. Oh, nope.
No, I think they must know. They just like commit because they're already here.
Yeah.
But like
It's
it
not bad.
might not be the worst trade.
No, it's
because,
not. I mean, it's free pushing for them, right? They can farm off of that, right? Like the other minion, or the other. It gives them
Yeah,
a lot
and,
less
like-
to worry about.
the free revival gives them like a good enough stall time where they can just play risky, go for an objective, be greedy.
Like John. Oh, there's the Atacon. Saved his life.
Yeah, they can be
He gets
greedy
to-
and push unnecessarily so they can get objectives.
He gets to go home and think about what he's done for a minute.
Nope. Oh. Yeah, there goes that tactic. Get that Otacon, play risky, go for kills you wouldn't go for otherwise. Just flash and do it. It's a free life. Yeah, I feel like even though it didn't seem like a great idea at the time, I think it's definitely worth because now they can just
Right.
greed and
Now-
get things they wouldn't otherwise have gotten.
Yeah, now they have nothing to defend, right? They've got more time. They've got more time to respond if something is there, right? And all that. It'll push itself, so they'll just keep getting free farm off of it.
Gosh. Vladimir almost vanished from this earth. It was scary.
Well, Sona has one of, I think she actually has the lowest. Yumi may be lower, but I think Sona has the lowest hit points in the game.
Hmm.
Base
You play
stats.
a lot of support, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really play.
I haven't-
Sona.
I haven't this season. I gave up support because there's too many.
Yeah, when I first started playing, I think like the first 2 seasons, I was playing support because that's my main role. But then I said, oh, it's just, it's not necessary for me to play support here. Because I felt like if I signed up for support, I was not being chosen to play support. People would be like, "Oh, but you can jungle, right?" Sure, I can. So jungle it is. But it's fun. I think because of CMSA, I started playing a lot of top lane, and now I'd say it's like I like top lane so much more than support now. I don't think I'm better at it than support, but I really like playing top lane because of CMSA.
Yeah, I can see that. I've been playing a lot of ADC, a lot of everything really. Otherwise, Echo's pushing bot, right? Making him choose between whatever's going on mid and bot turret. Actually, no, it looks like nobody's gonna answer it. It's gonna be. Oh, I guess the minions died.
Yeah, Olaf's coming back. Oh, but he got stopped. So, Echo's just free to push. Meanwhile,
Team fight happening here.
No.
Olaf gets ulted.
Olaf couldn't do much against Teemo, but
Olaf is pushing up the
Amumu's just
daisies.
gonna try on Teemo. Effective strategy.
Who's the other death there?
Mm,
Oh,
Teemo and Olaf.
Echo's pushing bot. Everyone is coming back to answer, and in turn,
Yeah.
red team is gonna push mid.
Yeah, Sona and Olaf tried on backing, but they were stopped by LeBlanc's Arcanes. Meanwhile, the Trundle just bashes on that poor crying
Yeah,
Amumu.
his job is just sit there and he just like whack, 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 whack. That's
The
all he
auto attack sound is so satisfying. Like
I know.
it feels so hearty to just go at it.
I just picture him, just going to town. I don't know. He just smacks things until they no longer exist, and that's wonderful on so many levels.
What are those I think called like break rooms or crash rooms where you just like go in and get like a bat and break glass?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
I feel like that's the Trundle gameplay simulation.
You can go in and just go nuts.
I feel like
That is
Trundle's so
Trundle.
fun with like his base kit, but my favorite thing is the pillar. Like having someone be like stuck between a pillar and a wall.
The
So
Pillar
fun.
of Filth. I think my favorite Trundle skin is the one where he's got like a sock on his hand, the Junkyard Trundle. Where it's like he got dressed in the dark and he was,
Oh, I'm afraid to say what my favorite Trundle skin is.
Well,
But those
now I
who
got
know.
now I gotta know.
Traditional for no real reason.
Okay, that's allowed. You're a purist. Your skin
Yeah.
choices are pure.
I love traditional skins.
Okay. Every day I'm trundling. I do that too much.
Oh, this is the scary point in the game where you just like put
Yeah.
mushrooms everywhere, and so the enemy team has to just slowly shuffle, check to see what's covered, what isn't.
Right?
Your Mumu goes in, and you don't know if you can follow up because there might be team mushrooms.
Yep. Ooh, this is a
Oof.
whole lot of going on, right? We're
Liam going to town, but oh, Teemo gets away. Yeah, it was it was
That
a
was
fight
a-
of who was blinded first, who was blinded second, because nobody could attack Liam's Neela for a second, and then Neela couldn't attack because of the Teemo blind.
Right, and it's about even team fight wise now, right? So it might just come down to who can get more turrets. And as we've previously explained, Trundle just goes over and looks at it while smacking it 10,000 times in 3 seconds, and it's gone. And the chat of Dr. K has called out that your choice of skins is the opposite of pure.
I would not agree. I think that skin has all of the values that are necessary to survive.
I like it. I'm with you. I don't judge someone for the choice of their skin. That came out rough.
Oh, Echo just doing a whole distraction act, dancing around in mid lane while his team took Dragon and earned Soul. So probably a worthy death.
I meant the Trundle skin. I thought about it after I said it. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Jurgen's like just sitting there in invisibility trying to.
Yeah, he's
Think
just trying
about
to
what
catch
to do.
someone out. I think they were debating whether or not they needed to go in. They didn't really. Oh, okay.
And he
I
gets
think that-
caught out.
That might be. Oh my god.
Oh.
Amumu's putting in the work. Here comes another bandage. Does he hit? No, he does not. They're turning to push
Yeah.
mid instead.
That was not how I expected that to go at all. That's great.
That's gonna do some damage here to red team. How much is yet to be seen. But they've got Baron and 5 up. They may or may not get this turret, but Amumu still has his ult. So if anybody comes in on them, oh, that's
No,
This
they
is gonna-
definitely get it. They don't have enough wave clear because Echo doesn't wave clear very well against super minions and
the blue team
Not super
evens
minions.
out, and now
bad minions.
they have an even. I guess. Excuse me. I guess they have. Blue team's inhib has grown back, so it's just pushing.
I love how instead of backing, they're just sitting here taking jungle.
Well, you gotta starve the enemy jungler, right? They don't want Trundle to get any money.
Oh,
They're anti-troll.
Medea gets caught out, but Amumu is also kind of caught out.
I
Oh.
think that might
That might be good, yeah.
Yeah, that might be game. It was
No,
just a
'cause it's
really good.
fun.
That was a really good positioning on blue team's part. I don't think they expected them to stay in the. Oh god, did you? That Amumu got deleted.
That was a Sona.
Well, then that's not as good of an accomplishment. I thought that was Amumu.
Oh, well,
not that.
Skippy might have saved
Not-
that.
Not that Sona's life was any less important or anything like that. I'm just saying that, I thought that perhaps if it was a
No, if
Mumu,
you-
they would have lived longer.
If you listen to Sona's DJ tracks, it kind of sounds like crying during that moment. So I can see the way you mix them up.
John, taking my words out of context. I'm not anti-Sona. Clean up. I'll probably get the top part here.
I love Dirk being like sneaky, even though Kung Pao literally threw an axe at him. and no one can see me if I'm invisible.
Right. You can't see me if I put my hands over my face.
Oh,
Silver Sam might. Oh, flashes.
I feel like that's so fair because you don't know who has flash, who doesn't. Mila could flash on you and just ult you. Sona could
Oh, yeah.
flash on you.
Oh, that was a
Oof.
really interesting Q interaction. But we get Kha'Zix.
It's also so late in the game that one kill just leads to multiple kills so easily and quickly.
Oh yeah, and one kill can lead to the end of the game, right? So, like, but Amumu and
And the only person that's been stopping all of this is like Skippy, but
yeah,
Mupal's been stopping Skippy from backing for a while. Hmm.
yeah,
Well,
it was a really crazy good play from PZ.
this is another great stall from like completely having the base destroyed by Skippy.
Forward center top 10. I mean, nobody likes a Teemo, right? Like, and like obviously when you're playing with people, you know it's something. But if you're playing a random duo and you get a Teemo, you're like, man, I got Teemo on my team. And then you get a Teemo against you, like, man, I got a Teemo against me. No matter what.
No, I feel like I love playing against and with Teemo. But like I'm also like I'm not right in the head. Like I really love Shaco.
Well,
That's
so
like one of my favorite champions. So like
I say that and I have like 600,000 points in Teemo, right? I love Teemo, so don't take
so
that
you're a
as
liar again.
No, I just hate it when someone's on my team and they're Teemo. Probably because they either took it from me or
Got it.
caster bias. I do have caster. Ooh, Echo's pushing top? Question mark?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like despite Echo being here, the rest of the team just walking circles around this is doing nothing for either team because
Right.
yeah, no. I feel like Kha'Zix said nothing's gonna happen here. I'm just gonna start pushing.
Right. Well, now red team's closing in on that. Maybe not.
The wild chase for Echo continues.
Echo's out of mana though. That could be.
No, he's been dead for a while. I think he knows he's just stalling.
They're chasing.
Or-
They're chasing down the Echo. They get the Echo, and they're gonna secure Elder Drake.
Yeah, like I think Echo knew and was well aware that he was giving his life for that objective.
Oh yeah. He was the worm on the end of the fishing hook, right? Dangling around. And they took it, right? They spent a good amount of time well, I mean, it was that or let him get the inhibs too, right? So like they couldn't just ignore him. But red team has
Elder.
Elder now, right? Blue team's
Yeah.
trying for Barons. That's
Baron, but oh, luck missed mine.
there we go. They secure Baron, so
And now they have to run.
that's
Mega
how they have to run exactly. And they're even
No!
outnumbered. But Teemo's pushing bot.
Nintendo run!
Nintendo run.
Oh no, it's
Yep.
over. It's over for
Yep.
her.
But they
She
killed
got
the
munched.
yeah.
One munch and it's over.
So this is they're grouping up to try to figure out how to get top lane here.
I feel like even though LeBlanc start thingies, like they can just group up and fight with this Elder buff.
Oh yeah.
They're still split pushing for some reason.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't particularly do that.
Yes, but particularly because bot and mid are pushing themselves right now. Maybe they're just trying to keep the pressure, but I feel like I would be trying to push the team to get that top inhibitor there for the extra minions. But they're starting to group up now. Skippy's trying to catch one of them out in that bush there.
I don't think it's working. Oh, here
Might
comes
work
Skippy
eventually.
again. Oh, Trundle Killer.
Trundle's coming in and like a wrecking ball.
Oh, Nintendo. No. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be lights out for Nintendo.
Well, neither team has any sight really in that jungle, right? So like they don't know. They don't know
One
who's
team-
where.
By the
This is still
time we get to
anybody's game.
base, the team mushrooms are just gonna whittle
Yep.
on my base down to nothing.
Yeah.
It'll be so sad.
Red team does have a lot more vision control there. And this is still anybody's game, right? They're gonna get that in him.
2 team mushroom, 3 team mushrooms.
Amumu has an ult. He's looking for it. What are we thinking?
Meanwhile, Teemo split pushing.
Yeah.
So LeBlanc Sartini just has to go in here. And it's
I think they
definitely
just won the game. Yeah. Blue team wins.
Yeah,
Blue team, unless Teemo can get back in time, which I
I don't think so.
don't think
it
so
does.
either. Yep. There we go. Good game. Very good game.
Ooh.
And that is a victory for Jace's. Or
Fizz on my Jace with the
Fizz on my
victory.
Jace.
What a game, number 2. We got it, dude. You have I'm partial to an interview here. Is there someone
Let's do it.
on Fizz on my Jace we want to interview?
I think I vote for Peasy.
All right, Peasy, let's get him in here. Hello, Peasy. Welcome to the broadcast. How are you? How are you feeling after that game number 2, 41-minute
Oh.
banger there?
That was insane. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's League of Legends, right? Yeah, like I haven't tuned into the stream, so I haven't seen like all the comments, but I'm sure like the fans are going wild. But yeah, no, thank you for watching. What did you think about the game?
It was so exciting. I gotta know, like, what were the comms like when you were when you were like on that first Baron, when the other team had just secured Soul? Like, you were able to bring it back from that point.
Yeah. Comms were like I think Echo was down or Skippy was down, and we just coin flipped it because at that point, like, you know, we might as well. We had like inhibs down and stuff, and we saw an opening and we went for it. The credit to Lad, you know, he called it out, so we did it.
It's not loading the,
yeah.
it's not loading the
And-
thing again.
How did you find all of those flanks after that point? It just felt like you were able to constantly get onto the back line, and then immediately it was followed up by your whole team.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you know, Flash helps a lot. Flash Q helps a lot. But also, I mean, I think Vex did a good job, John, like, you know, hitting the ults when he was far away too. So like that kind of, you know, they have to respect that too. And then there's a lot of like, just willingness to follow up. So, I mean, the ult stuns them for like 3 seconds, right? So it felt like I had a lot of time and leeway to go with. But yeah, team was dope. They carried me. So yeah.
Well, congratulations on a huge game 2 win. That ties the series up at 1-1. I mean,
Yeah.
Good luck going into game number 3.
We're gonna need it. I mean, hopefully it's not 40 minutes again, but that was fun. Yeah. Good luck with the stream. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the interview, PZ.
Next
Good
one's
luck.
for the World Championship.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've already had to say goodbye to one caster today, Rhythms. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Had to run out in the middle of that game and just kind of slipped away like a ship in the night. But thank you so much for joining us for game number 1. And I know, Moens, you're going to you're gonna head out now. Is that correct?
That's correct.
But thank you so much for lending your voice and your analysis to game number 1 and 2. It's so fun just to hear your commentary. You play with these guys every week, and so it's just so fun to hear your commentary and see you on the stream.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Have a good one, y'all.
Have a great night. All right, home. It's just you and I going into this this final game. I imagine that both teams probably need a little bit of like a little bit of a break here. Going into game number 3. That was quite a long one.
How long was game number 1? Was it? It wasn't this long.
No,
Was it?
not that long. I don't know if I can still see game number 1's length. Maybe it's in the match history. But yeah, that was no, it's not. But yeah, that was definitely a great one, like back and forth.
Yeah, I thought initially Fizzon by Jace was gonna win just from the team comp, but somehow just LeBlanc Shark thingies got so ahead and just started ramping up in power. And I don't know specifically what happened that changed everything. I guess it was just the consistent team fights, landing and hitting.
You know, I really do attribute a lot to that Baron. Luckily they were farming well, so they were keeping the gold close. And yes, they gave away Soul, but Baron just allowed them the influx of gold they need. It let them start cracking towers. It completely stymied any sort of like pushing that their opponents wanted to do. And it just let them kind of get back in the game. But more than that, I mean, yes, it bought them time, but the team play and the coordination that came out after that moment, they just were able to group together and they were able to find the flanks onto a team that couldn't beat them in the late game. And so, I mean, you guys said it, like they had drafted to win the late game. Sona so strong, Nyla so strong, and they played to their win condition.
You know what else I just remembered? That trade with where they just gave up their mid lane tower for Otacon, and I remember saying like, oh, they're just stalling for time because they just need anything right now that's gonna let them steamroll and waste some time so they can get to their late game. And that really did buy them so much more than just time because they got, I believe it was like 5 kills, around 5 kills just with the respawn safety of just jump in, flash, ult, whoever you see on site, it's a fight. And they really capitalized on getting that Otacon.
Yeah, that's a great point. There were so many highlights in that game. I'd completely forgotten about that one, and it was like a kind of a baffling play, like the inhibitors going down, but they were able to score it. And as you said, I think that also gave them the confidence because they had false life and they used it. They got some shutdowns, and I think they kind of got to see, oh, we can actually fight more than maybe we thought, and they started opting into these fights, and suddenly they started winning and never looked back at that point. So now game 3. Do you expect any changes to the bans going into game 3? Like, do you think we see like a Sona or a Neela or something that's just going to hard carry the late game? Are they going to let that through?
Other than maybe a Teemo ban, because that the top lane fight was so, at least in my opinion, it was so stacked on Durganun's like side that poor Kung Pao couldn't even farm. They were just getting bullied out, having to recall so often. Other than the Teemo, I feel like it really wasn't the champions that made this game. It was just decision making and rotations. It wasn't. I don't think that the champions should change all too much, in my opinion.
So what would you be So as we jump into game 3, how would you feel? You've been in this situation. I'm sitting next to a legend here on the stream. Like you've played in invitationals. You've been in these situations before. Like what do you do to like hype yourself up or your team up, like going into and try to like also calm the nerves going into a game 3 like this?
Oof, I'm definitely I'm not like a very high energy person with like when I'm playing the game. I'm I told Durganon this the other day. I was like, I'm really shy, but like I don't think I sell that really well. But I don't specifically speak too much, and I'm not the best morale person. Like I'm just like kind of sitting, laning silently. um, so I don't know. That's never usually been my position in games. I think I'm more like thinking about strategy, and I'm very logical. So I'll just often think about that.
I see some agreement in chat, home, with everything you just shared about yourself. So here we are, game 3. We got a Aphelios, Zyra, Graves. So some stock standard bans for LeBlanc, Stark, Fingies, and look at this. The same 3 of
Ooh.
Mumu, Mel, and Zach. But this time Briar has come
They have the Mumu
through
as
again
well.
here. Yeah, the Mumu is a little different. So a wrinkle there, been high value for both sides here.
Mm.
But we get a
then-
Briar here.
Well, they banned Briar like the previous 2 games, right?
Correct. That's what's been left open here.
That must be kind of scary for them if they've been banning it. But hopefully they have some way to counter that if they're just willing to let it go.
Yeah, and it was
Might be another,
immediately picked up by Kha'Zix, so
Might be another Teemo. That Teemo blind is really detrimental to Briar specifically.
and there's the
Another
Volibear already
Sona.
picked up in the top lane, so or it could go. I guess I could go jungle as well, but yeah, I like the Sona pickup again. It works so well. You get to the late game and then you just have a moving fountain.
And it definitely works with Latimer's style. So it's good that they took it away from Latimer, where he's just like constantly. Oh no, it's on Latimer's team, right? Latimer did get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fizz on my Jace is on the right side and of the pick band, so Lad is potentially playing Sona here.
Yeah, because it fits his playstyle so well in that like the speed up helps him roam. He wants to stay grouped up. He's always like trying to help someone else out, not always necessarily the ADC. He's like roaming top, mid, jungle, and so the speed up and like the general buffs are really his playstyle and really help him capitalize on his roaming.
So Senna picked up here. Do you know anything about Senna or Silver Sam's Senna?
Silver Sam Senna, I've seen it banned a lot, and usually when I'm playing in the season, it gets banned, or people in my team tell me to ban it. So I don't think I've ever happened to have seen it, but I might have played with it once. I'm not great at remembering, but I know it's really consistent, and they also recently had some buffs. Lethality Senna is a bit stronger than it used to be.
I'm very
They might be
curious
seeing
how it's gonna play into the spot lane here with the Sona MF into this Senna Karma. I think maybe small edge here to the Senna Karma lane, but Sona and MF gonna have big spikes in the mid and the late game particularly, and a Xerath here. So many new picks from both sides in this deciding game 3.
Ooh. And then the Yorick for Durganoon. Yorick's a heavy split pusher, so that's going to be pretty tough on this team with Fizz on my Jace. That's most likely picking a team comp team. So if they have a split pusher, they have to finish these fights super quick, or else Yorick's going to capitalize on the entire base.
And in reflecting on last game, I feel like that was a big issue for LeBlanc Stark Fingies. It was frequently an Echo in the side lane that was off split pushing. And yes, doing a great job, but at the same time, something like a York would be much stronger and much more potent in the side lane. So now they have that like dedicated split pusher on their team, and Fizz on my Jace, they, as you said, they've definitely have kind of something that wants to fight as a team.
And then the pickup for Irelia on the top lane to answer the York is pretty good, especially since eventually you want to use York's schools to dash around on and just one-shot them with your Q, get some free stacks, and all in York. But that would also mean Irelia's pretty much top. She's going to be tied top lane the entire game.
We'll be tied top lane, but I think Irelia is going to be pretty strong here against what Durjun wants to do on York. Now I'll be interested to see how Kung Pao's Irelia is. Definitely a lot of skill expression on that champion. So as gonna have the work cut out for them here at game 3.
Yeah, and then we also have Skippy's Syndra, which, as I said when I joined, Skippy loves playing these late game champions that, like, as soon as they hit a power spike late game, they just destroy. As we saw in game 1, he would just sit in a bush, see who got near, stun them, and then ult them. See if they're dying. If they're not, he's going to get ult soon anyway, so might as well try to one-shot everybody as soon as you can.
I am so excited to be casting a deciding game 3. It has been, I've just, every invitational I've been at has always gone kind of just 2-0 or even a 3-0 the one time we had that. And it's like, here we are in the deciding game 3. It all comes down to this. Like, you've got our bot lane matchup, MF Sona versus the Silver Sam on Senna and Karma. Here we go. We got you got a split pusher, but someone who can certainly answer with Irelia. The teams there's not like one team like drafted for like a super hard, like we're going to do this comp. Both teams kind of have a potpourri of things that they can do, and it's just going to be about who can be scrappy, who can execute better, and who can be more creative in figuring out how to find a win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you had to bet on one team or another, which would you say, just solely based on team comp, do you think is more stable?
I don't know that I can bet on any of these players, but I do think that if I close my eyes and like if I was the ADC and I could be like, okay, which team would you rather play ADC for and just plop into? I would rather be on the side of Fizz on my Jace. I love playing with an enchanter. Such as Sona, I feel like I have like a front line. I can kind of set up for what I need to do. I don't feel terribly threatened by the dive from LeBlanc Stark Fingies, and so I just kind of get to work as an MF here. What about yourself? Have any ideas?
That's interesting because I would have picked the LeBlanc Stark Fingies team. Just like I can see the Briar just flying across the map, the Sentinel helping there, the York being able to teleport at any given time, and so I feel like I'd be able to strategically just understand whether I was supposed to go help that team or just go off and split push, and I feel like it'd be a very clear indicator of what I would need to do to best assist the team. And I feel like that team would just be able to communicate that very easily with just their ults and nothing else.
I think that shows the kind of game we're about to see. It's going to be a razor's edge that's going to separate these two teams. And I'm so excited. I think we're going to have a great week 1 of invitationals for CMSA as Pearl goes all the way to 3.
Yeah, this definitely, if out of the entire 3 teams, I feel like this one's so well balanced that like it could really be either one just from looking at the teams and the players along with the teams, it could really be anybody's game for this last game.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Calling out Poggle's ability to balance the Topaz League. Right here.
Minions have spawned.
So Fizz on my Jace and LeBlanc start Fingies. There's no signs of invade. Nothing fancy. And I agree with this decision. You're in game 3. This is not the time to coin flip it on an invade.
I don't know.
You
I
go
think an
for it?
invade is so good. It like gives you such an indicator of how to play the rest of the game, or at least like the laning phase. Like, oh, if we're down kills, then just play safe and farm, and if we're up kills, then be aggressive.
So far, in game 1, the action was in the bot lane. In game 2, the action was in the top lane. We'll see where the first blood is gonna land. As both sides kind of not willing to fully commit quite yet. Level 2 hit for Skippy, landing the stun.
Yeah, and then this Senna just wants to get some stacks and farm. Meanwhile, Kung Pao just wants to bully his laner the entire time. So I feel like that is the entire team, right? Like Kung Pao, Irelia, Nintenjon Seraph, Liam Zemeth. They just want to be poking and like fighting. Meanwhile, Senna, Syndra, York just waiting until probably 6 before they want to do anything.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if First Blood takes a little while to manifest itself in this game. Kung Pao certainly wants something to say about that, already playing aggressive enough to have taken multiple tower shots and having to flash away because of it.
Yeah, but it's because that playstyle of just running in and dashing under tower, they just want to be aggressive, that it's going to lead them under tower if they get greedy and want to fight at any given moment. But it could also lead to a kill, so probably worth, especially since Irelia does heal back so much.
Both junglers sensing the importance and volatility of this bot lane. PZ's here, will go on Medeo, but so is Kha'Zix. We've got a 3v3 to Brouhaha starts in the bot side. Liam going forward, trying to score a kill. Kha'Zix, Medeo on the run now. Silver Sam on the back end, trying to just put in a little bit of damage and escort the team out. Having now to flash away, and thankfully, Skippy had priority in the mid lane, and Nintenjon could not come out or come down, or it would have been a rout there. LeBlanc Stark Fingies get away with their lives, but not their summoners.
Yeah, and it seems like only Fizz on my Jace kind of ended up winning on that small trade, since at least MF still has Flash, and Senna only has Barrier. But she gets bullied out of lane, so it might just be really even.
Yeah, that's the one thing. The lane was in an awkward spot. Now pushing out, gonna have to take kind of a bad base, offering up their opponents the opportunity to freeze or crash here. We'll see what they do with it.
It seems like they just want to push the wave under tower to make Misfortune lose some experience.
Sona is ganking
Wow.
the mid lane, level 3. We'll see what can be accomplished here.
I don't think he can do much of anything, especially not against this Syndra. Like on a moment's sight, she'll just push her away.
Yeah, I mean, we admire the effort, but no slow power chord to be had. Skippy pushes her away.
It'd have to be like after she uses her her stun, then she can like walk in, but they're mostly both like we said, Syndra's just kind of waiting to farm. She's not particularly looking to kill Xerath until she gets 6.
Dirge, Noon, and Kung Pao not afraid to fight it out here in the top lane. Although I do feel like, look at all of the vision that's been committed on the bot side of the map for Fizz on my Jace. They are ready to try and get this next dragon.
Yeah. Meanwhile, LeBlanc Stark Thingies just has most of their vision on the top side of the map, and respectively, they're just gonna do the objectives on that side.
So they'll trade
His
away.
buyer
Silver
started
Sam has leaned into not Liam trying to get a kill, but has his I have gotten too big. Peasy Pabs is here. Using the Black Mist to go away. Medeo now trying to cut off not Liam to make it a 1-for-1. A great route, but it's not enough. First blood scored by Lad. Liam gonna get a back out of that one. Xerath now, right of the Arcane on the opposite side to try and pick off some kills. Medeo running. I thought that would come down to the bot side. Karma now just looking for the execute and also buying time for this dragon, which was supposed to be an objective trade. Oh, they don't know.
Yeah. Though I guess maybe the objective they ended up training was the kill, so that's about it. And Skippy just bullying this poor Xerath every single moment. You also have to remember, like, that Syndra is a late game Syndra, so the fact that she's bullying you early is just how Skippy loves playing these late game champions. They'll bully you early so they can destroy you late. Meanwhile, that Volley Bear, PG Pabs just going in on that dragon.
Yeah, Medeo
That's pretty
got here. Oh,
uncontested.
look at this. It's actually going to be Briar.
Oh.
Oh, it's just gonna miss. So no late commit. However, there's no commitment here from Fizz on my Jace. Dragon resets.
Yeah, I feel like they could have gotten that if they just committed to it, but maybe they were right not to, since Briar ult might have landed in that case, and then it would have just been up to the smite battle.
Yeah, they heard the certain death and they just dropped it immediately. Did not want to risk it, so they have another opportunity for Dragon here.
And then I feel like this new season, if you're playing like a late game comp, it really makes you hesitate so much. Oh no. It makes you hesitate so much if you're wanting to get anything, because you just want to wait till late game and not lose these feats early. Yeah, you're just kind of left thinking way too hard on something you should have committed to.
Lad and Liam, a very different look from the first game. Lad on this Sona just walking right up, being unafraid to trade with both members of LeBlanc Stark Thingies. Now, they do know about this dragon, which has been started.
Yeah.
And PZ
And
Pabs.
it's going to be
Go ahead.
attempt number 2. Meanwhile, it seems that LeBlanc Stark Thingies is gonna try to collapse, and everyone's gonna group in the middle, perfect for LeBlanc Stark Thingies to just lock them into this one area.
Yeah,
God,
two
and-
grouping up there as Senna's able to find a great ult, but then Misfortune also gets a great ult as well, so not Liam with a wonderful bullet time to try to equalize the kills, but the dragon goes to LeBlanc Stark Thingies.
And I think that's where you see the main difference of PZ and Kha'Zix's playstyle. Whereas PZ was looking for kills, and if it didn't seem like the objective was going to be a safe, clean execution, they would back off. Kha'Zix was very willing to just go on the objective, finish it to the best of their ability, and then if their bot lane died, like, that's fine, we'll trade that for the objective. Ooh.
And
Who got
Dirge there
Warfare?
scoring a solo kill. I think it was Dirge in game 1 with a solo kill, then Kung Pao in game 2, and now Dirge in game 3. So these top laners so close between them.
Was it Fizz on my Jace that got the Warfare feat?
Oh, I did not see. It was with that kill. It was going to be Fizz on my Jace. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Briar's doing the second. Oh, the second Void Grubs, but
Oh, one
It
was
gets stolen.
stolen though. So Nintenjon just kind of lurking, smite down. So the next one might be open. You hear certain
Oh.
death onto a squishy son of a peasy. There, turn it around. Kha'Zix though will finish the kill off. But one of the grubs has been dropped.
yeah, I think since Kha'Zix saw they wouldn't get a feat, they just decided to leave that objective. Oof.
That's what you love to see as a support when you go roam across the map and then, oh, your ADC is able to score that 1v1 kill because Karma was forced to answer as well.
Mm-hmm. And then Liam saying, well, if you're playing a late game champion, let me show you exactly why you shouldn't be left alone.
So 3-0 now for the ADC of Fizz on my Jace. Just the start you want. And it's going to have a lot of control over these mid-game objectives. So I'd like to see Fizz on my Jace starting to look... I would not be surprised to see them grouping together for the next dragon and really trying to use the power of this MF.
So even though Kha'Zix didn't get all 6 of the Void Grubs, they're gonna get 5, which is pretty good. And once they get to split pushing with that York, it's gonna be really strong. That's still one more minion that's gonna be attacking that tower along with his ghouls.
Did get to 5, but importantly that means that the feat's not secured at 3 here for LeBlanc Stark Fingies, so they will need another dragon to try to win that one over. Kung Pao and Durg going at it once again, but in the bot lane, not Liam is here with Peasy Pabs and Silver Sam. Staying alive, not quite enough, as it is a little up tap for Misfortune to score the kill. And now Durgnoon once again going on Aurelia, and another kill scored. And so this is just a huge win here, because you're going to have a lot of time alone with this tower on the top side.
Yeah, not only with the ghouls and Maiden, but also he has that extra damage from the voids. And then Xerath doesn't really do that much damage, so he's not really in a hurry to leave.
No hurry to leave. I think it's just Nintenjon just like, please don't take my turret yet. Now, even
Yeah, I
if the
guess
first turret does fall, it won't be the feats for Dark Fingies, because Fizz My Jace did score those early warfare with the 3 kills. However, it would put him in a great position, especially now that Dragon is getting up to spawning.
Yeah, I feel like ultimately it is going to be the first tower that's going to determine who gets the feats, but...
Oh, Crescendo
no.
goes down from Lad, and there's a bullet time, but certain death has arrived! Fear, stun, Kha'Zix trying to chase down not Liam, who is strutting away, strutting your stuff, and Lad and Liam get away!
That was such a bait by Silver Sam. Like, they let the MF to, like, just get the confidence to run at them. Oh no! Kung Pao!
Kung Pao has just faced the wrath of this Maiden, and every time that Dark Procession is up, just is unable to process away, and that means that you're just dying to this York. Now, Kha'Zix has started this, and I don't believe they have any knowledge of this. They're going to arrive, though, just in the nick of time. Kha'Zix gets forced to flash away. They'll say no thank you for the leash. Oh, but it's Medeo who scores the steal on Karma. And that is it. 1 dragon, that's 3 objectives, and a tower. That is feats 1 for LeBlanc Stark Fingies.
Whoa, that happened in 1 instant. That was so quick. Medeo's snipe was so good. Oh, it might be over. No. That was a good flash.
I'm still reeling from that. Quick turnaround, just like that. Fizz on my Jace, they had one of the 3 feet secured, and then within 2 seconds, LeBlanc Sphingies finds the other 2. So they will, they'll be getting some upgraded boots to themselves, a little more movement speed. And then quickly unlocking turrets as well. Lots of gold for Thingies here.
And then poor Kung Pao, like as soon as he saw Durganon, he had to just flash.
A tower dive coming out from PZ Pabs, disabling that turret. Not Liam. Started to channel bullet time. Instantly stopped though by Skippy. And now they're just trying to get out of there with the health bars that they have. Great turret defense by Skippy there.
Yeah, Skippy's teleport really changed that up, like completely. Without Skippy there, that would have been both Silver Sam and Medeo both dead, and that tower gone. Oof. Meanwhile, Durg has this Infinity Force, so he's pretty strong and very scary.
Yeah, I'm really curious how Fizz on my Jace are gonna respond to this split push from Durjnoon's Yorick, because so far it has just been kind of easy for Durjnoon to do what they please there in the top lane.
I feel like the only person that could really handle Durg would have to be a damage dealer. That's either Xerath or Irelia, along with Volibear just tanking. Otherwise, they can't do much just with 1 damage dealer or 2 damage dealers even.
Well, the Longstar Fingies has decided to commit 4 damage dealers. So the bot lane here, they've claimed this turret as being up too long. They want to try and see if they can knock it down. They're using the Herald. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lad and Liam try to run away from this one.
It doesn't destroy the tower though, so I think they're fine. And they
Charge
still
hits,
have
certain death hits, and Liam, I don't know if there's any getting out of this one. Crescendo comes down. They're fighting valiantly at the turret, but they will end up claiming the shutdown. It's juiced up, but it's not enough. Vladimir is now here with very, very little HP to spare. They take down the turret, and it ends up being clean for the Dark Fingies. And if you're Dark Fingies here, this is what you wanted. You drafted a later game team composition, and now you're starting to knock down turrets. You're starting to have some tempo all over the map, and Fizz on my Jace needs to try to be the ones to slow it down and find the good engages here.
I mean, all the kills for Fizz on my Jace are all on MF. So if they need a fight, they want to fight as a team, and with that MF just dealing all the damage.
And speaking of dealing all the damage, it was not that long ago Durjnoon was doing all the damage to Kung Pao, and now 3 members are needed to take down this Aurelia, who is still being resilient. Can't find a 1-for-1 trade at the end. Right at Arcane channeled up for Nintendo. John needs to land one more and he'll find it.
Oof. I feel like the main difference there was just boots. The boots that like Irelia bought just made the entire difference with fighting Yorick.
So we've got our 3rd dragon coming up soon. It is LeBlanc Sphingies that have their tendrils all over that side of the map here with vision, but Fizz on my Jace will start to move in there as a team. Starting to clear that ward, gain some vision. This is going to be a big fight here over this dragon. It's so important at this point in the game.
Yeah. it seems that they're LeBlanc strike thingies are slowly collapsing for this, but they're all on different sides, so I don't know if it's particularly gonna achieve
Yeah.
anything for them.
They're poking, but they're not really committing to a fight here. They're just going to leave York on the opposite side of the map and allow Fizz on my Jace to take the dragon. Very important that they do that. They do not want to put LeBlanc Stark Fingies onto a soul point situation, so they take it away, and I think wisely LeBlanc Stark Fingies did not try to fight there.
Yeah, they would have likely lost, but I still think it's a worthy. Maybe it's not worth to like commit to a fight. Oh, but here comes an instant fight happening. But it's not super wise to commit to a fight. But they should be stalling so much longer for York to just split push.
That was a massive attack there from Skippy. He just waited in that middle brush, came out and hit both of the bot laners with that stun. It just lit them up, and immediately able to follow was Briar. So fantastic job there from Skippy to find a good pick, and now Silver Sam trying to find a pick of his own on an Nintenjon, who's got to go back to base with very little HP.
Yeah, unfortunately, just like last game, we were mentioning Sona Sona has so little health that destroying her with a combo on most champions, most mages that burst, it's not particularly hard, so she's going to be a target for a lot of that.
And they
Oh,
It's on my Jace, trying to punish the Longstar Fingies for overstaying for that mid turret, but instead it's Darknoon and the Maiden trying to turn it around. They do find the shutdown, they find the burst that they need, however they don't have the follow-up damage as Medeo and Darknoon are able to just run through the rest of Fizz on my Jace.
yeah, and then poor PZ tried to like flash out of that fight, and then they flashed into the wall and got stuck in the Yorick wall, which happens so many times, so I can relate.
And Skippy once again trying to get fed off the enemy carry here, flashing forward and will secure another kill.
That's so scary considering like that was DMF with 4 kills and only 1 death. And a Syndra with 0 kills, 0 deaths just runs in on you and destroys you. That's the ADC life.
Kung Pao earning some revenge there from the earlier transgressions of Darknoon's Yorick. Now winning in the 1v1. And you gotta feel good going back, having finally secured that kill. BZ here has now gotten into a flank position around Skippy. Lads here with Crescendo. Stun goes down, but immediately chained by Nintenjon. So a couple quick kills. They have a lot of time on the map here, 3v5.
Yeah, and that fight between Yorick and Irelia, the main difference is really just the boots. Having the boots made Irelia so much more able to fight that Yorick without caring about the auto attack damage from the minions, the auto attack from Yorick himself. And now she just wins, and Yorick can't get near her.
Oh, Briar, certain death, goes wide. They've pulled this out, but it is going to be a smite fight here as both junglers are in the area. Darknoon on the flank, comes in, straight towards the back line and blows up the fountain. Sona's dead. It's a rout. LeBlanc Stark Fingies have moved in, and not Liam goes down. Everything falls. LeBlanc Stark Fingies takes the Otacon, takes the roses, and takes the lives of Fizz on my Jace.
Well, those kitties deserve that field of flowers. They really put in the work. That initial cage too just trapped everybody up for the stacked AoE skills.
Yeah, it was like the one angle that Fizz on my Jace did not have covered, and Yorick was able to teleport right in and really expose the flank there. And of course that Otacon just does so much it shreds so much resistances and it does so much damage. It's not easy to fight both the enemy team and that objective. So great collapse there by LeBlanc Stark Fingies, and they didn't have vision of it initially. They just sort of sniffed it out.
Yeah, I'm sure when they noticed and looked around the map and there was nobody there, they knew. They could feel it. Is dragon? Oh, we're doing dragon already. Yeah? Oh. So LeBlanc Stark Fingies just takes this dragon since everybody else on Fizz on My Jace is on top side. So, oh. And Briar goes.
Yeah, having to go straight there for Vladimir, who has flashed towards the team and actually wins that duel with some assistance here. The jungler goes down, and all told, Fizz on My Jace have come out ahead. Now PZ Pabs trying to force the issue. How many more kills can we score? Medeo and Silver Sam trying to kite it out, but you cannot count. You cannot kite this Volibear. You cannot kite PZ Pabs. Skippy coming on the back side of this will end up scoring a kill with that unleashed power, but are you going to be able to kite this out? You're on full cooldown. Double stun, walk away. Sorry, bullet time. We'll collect that kill.
Yeah, I had thought LeBlanc Stark Dark Thingies would just get that objective and really have no one try to counter what they did, but it seems that Fizz on My Jace capitalized and went in, got this misfortune and this Seraph super fed. They're going to be a problem.
Well, if you're on the side of LeBlanc Stark Fingies, you just want to take a breath. You've got a lead. You've got a team that scales well. Let's kind of think about what is the next objective we want to do, and let's work towards that as a team. And on the Fizz on My Jace, I think you want to continue doing what you're doing. Sow chaos into this team. Take the scrappy fights. Let's see what we can do to find a pick and maybe work our way back into this game.
Yeah, more than anything, LeBlanc Stark Thingies is thinking they're taking objectives. You know, they have 3 dragons. They have a lot of towers. The few towers that they have up right now are pretty chunked. Yorick can just one-hit them. So they have a lot of map control.
Oh, speaking of one hit, it is a very quick to die there. Sona, who just wanted to put some wards down, but it's going to be a full collapse to be the Q here. And now Kung Pao falls, and a great stun by Skippy onto the back line. I thought there'd be more follow-up on an Nintenjon and PZ Pabs Volibear, but luckily they're able to walk away. But that means that the river and all of this topside jungle is going to be secure by LeBlanc Stark Fingies.
Kung Pao just wanted to destroy Maiden because she was just pushing mid lane by herself without Yorick nearby.
Now
And she got caught out. They're trying to beat up that poor Maiden.
Now we have seen a steal already this game. Liam has worked his way to the top side, has no vision, goes for it blind. Everyone on LeBlanc Stark Fingies are able to just walk away. Still leashing this Baron, who's put in a lot of work. And it will ultimately go to LeBlanc Stark Fingies. And it's Fizz on My Jace, seeing if they can get a kill on the other side of this. Durjun forced to flash away.
Yeah, even though he had to flash, Durg still put in the work and scared them away from engaging on that team as the Baron was about to go down. So even though it is a flash down, I think it's worth.
So we are on a Baron power play here for Dark Fingies. I'm curious, I'm assuming they'll go with like a 1-4 here. How can you not? You got Yorick, massive Maiden in that side lane, while the rest of the team just gets to sit there and play, let's protect our carries and let's push you down. They're starting to group.
I wonder how many stacks Senna has now. We're 30 minutes in, so it should be near
Get some
100,
stat
past 100.
checks. We're at 84,
84?
stacks here.
That's pretty good. I think once you get to 100 on Senna, that's when you start feeling really strong. At least that's where I would feel pretty good. Oh. And PZ Tabs scares them away with his big form.
Maybe buffering some CC that the camera missed here. PG Paps moving in. Finding a stun onto Silver Sam.
Ooh.
Briar all comes through, but it's on the front line. But guess who's on the back line? It is Skippy threatening Liam. But the mobile Fountain of Sona keeping the HP alive. The whole team now has command of the river, and they're just turning on targets one after the other. Kung Pao pushing away Skippy. Right of the arcade claiming Karma, and Skippy on the other side. Is that a clean ace for Fizz on my Jace?
Oof. And this could not have come at a better time for Fizz on my days. They were slowly falling off, and PZPAP said, well, we're just forcing a fight here. We're a team fight team. We have a Misfortune that's ready to ult and has a lot of kills. So she should destroy anybody that's on site.
You also have an enemy team with 10, 20, 30-second timers. There's clicks on the Nexus. There's pings on the Nexus. Fizz on my Jace wants to go for this. First turret goes down. 3 are up now, though 2 are not. Mateo is here. They're trying to land. Turdude comes in, and they're going to go out as a quadra kill. Is it going to be a penta kill for Silver Sam to turn it around to save the Nexus with 1800 HP?
That was so close. Oof, and now that York is going to destroy this tower, this following tower, this inhibitor, pretty sure. Oh gosh. Is it going to repeat, but just the other way around?
Yeah, now we're in the exact same situation here, but this time there's a Yorick pushing your base. PZ Pabs is up.
Would
Liam,
back
you gotta
away
answer
here?
with a pentakill here. Lad and Peasy trying to push him back. They jump onto Durgdoom, but it's just not enough. It looks like the game will continue thanks to the heroics of Silver Sam and the rest of the team here.
Oh. Oof. Good thing LeBlanc starts thingies disengaged, because if they got caught out here, I'm pretty sure they would have lost that team fight, and then it would just ended.
The thing is, you've got an open Nexus here, so there's lots of different options for Fizz on my Jace. It is what an exciting game. Number 3 here, the decider, as LeBlanc Shark Pingies with a narrow lead, but anything can happen here. We're in the late game. You've got a Sona, you've got a Xerath. Everyone is online.
And at this point, what's the call? If you were one team, do you send your split pushers off to try to end that game instantly? Or do you group for team fighting? Do you try to do both at the same time with someone with TP?
And no matter what you choose, it's such a difficult decision, and I'm glad that I don't have to make it, and I get to watch these players try to solve that riddle. Here's one strategy, and it is Skippy standing in a bush. We've seen it all night, trying to score another pick on a lone member. Stun lands, which is going to be a big chunk of Kung Pao's health bar. Immediate teleport here. Great Scryer's Bloom there, knowing that there's a collapse. All 5 members of Fizz on my Jace here around this turret. They're going to utilize those supers in the mid lane to pin Yorick.
And this becomes a part of the game where mechanics are great, and they'll win you a game if you get someone caught out. But strategy plays so much of what you choose to do, where you choose to put your resources, is really going to determine almost everything. But there's so many ways to win the game that anything could be a good call, just as long as you commit to it and it works out.
So much vision. About to get annihilated here on the river. Fizz on my Jace wants to play around this Baron, feeling that that could be an angle to either take a fight or to open up the base, to crack the Nexus rather, of LeBlanc Start Fingy. It just feels like you almost have to be quiet because both teams are so just it's walking on eggshells right now. One mistake, it could be the game.
Everybody's here except for Irelia, who is split pushing. So,
And they will
Dragoon starts
go
off the
ahead and
fight.
they'll start the fight on Dirgnoon, but then they quickly back away. Thought there might be something. Keep your eyes on the minions beginning to really stack up in the bot lane. You cannot forget about those for too long.
And I think they're well aware that Dragoon has TP still, Kung Pao has TP. You don't know where there are wards, so you can't really let anything build up, or the game is just over in an instant.
So that big wave does end up dropping a turret, so one kind of step closer to a quick loss, and they got a read on this. They're going to go ahead and start up the Baron. All of Fizz on my Jace are now running up towards this Baron. How much time do they have, though? How quickly can it be burned? Starting it up. It looks like they're going to be able to take it. Ready, the Arcane comes down. It will be Kha'Zix with the Smite secure. And Skippy pushing them away. So a great little trade there. It's only third dragon for Fizz on my Jace, and now you've got Baron to stall out for LeBlanc Start Fingies.
Yeah, and this definitely favors LeBlanc Start Thingies in that they will eventually get these respawn towers on their base, so they don't really need to worry as much about it. And now they have the push power. They can just have York go top probably, and the rest of the team go mid.
That's the thing. I think the base turrets have actually they're definitely back up here for LeBlanc Start Fingies, so get to breathe a little sigh of relief there as they're not in danger of just a quick. Ooh, now it's Kung Pao. Oh, look at that! Kung Pao is trying to pull a Skippy there, but just immediately gets found out.
Yeah, the Scrying Orb really helped out there. Skippy said, I've done this strategy. If I was the enemy Irelia, I would be in that bush. Yeah, Senna for sure has past 100 stacks now, so I'm sure she's really
107.
strong.
107
She
stacks
has
on that
8.
Senna. But still, Fizz on my Jace. They're just waiting patiently here for this Baron to wear out. I don't think they want to really do too much until they can. Kung Pao though will go for this 1v1.
Oh.
Just missing that stun, having lost a lot of HP though to the Maiden. And continuing to drop, flashing away, goes down. Lad flashes forward to try and save his top laner. That is going to be 57 seconds.
Yeah, Sorelda's did a huge difference on poor Aurelia. She couldn't move with her dash down, and she was just stuck there so long. She couldn't leave. Oh, now they're just slowly gonna destroy everything.
Yeah, the siege is well and on here. Peasy going for something. Kha'Zix trying to regen HP. Lad finds the crescendo. It's not enough. Dirgnoon ends up with the kill, and now Fizz on my Jace just trying desperately to save their base. They were on the opposite side of the map. They got so close to taking it. A pentakill brought back LeBlanc Stark Fingies though, and now they are knocking at the door. One member down for Fizz on my Jace. Kung Pao back up. Will there be heroics? Can they hold out on the base?
Oh, Senna? Oh,
And they
Yeah,
find
Senna's gone.
a kill onto the Senna. Kha'Zix gets marching
Misfortune.
forward, but it's into turrets. Kung Pao says, hold it right here. But a big stun
Oh.
onto Aurelia. Nintenjon has to flash away. And that means that Yorick gets to reset on these turrets.
yeah, Yorick's coming back, full health. We do have Volibear here, and he's stunned under tower. Oh no.
And I think with that, they are making a call. They are no longer trying to win right here and right now. They have all 3 inhibitors. They have it. They don't need to be in any hurry. Soul Point is coming up, and they back away. Fizz on my Jace. Both teams so resilient as we cross the 42-minute mark.
And then that was the one thing that we didn't want, a 40-minute game, but it's honestly so good when it gets to this point because it could really go either way. And one small fight could lead to the game being over.
The super minions on the side of LeBlanc and Stark Fingies are going to be a problem. Forcing Fizz on my
Ooh.
Jace to face check. Lad goes down. The mobile fountain has been terminated. And now LeBlanc Stark Fingies are trying to push through. But you have this Aurelia in the back line with Rite of the Arcane over the top of it. And somehow Fizz on my Jace come out ahead of that fight. However, Fizz on my Jace, you need to save your base.
No, they're still in it. There's an Irelia, she can dash around. They're good. But, wow, that really did earn them some more time. Meanwhile, Durganoon's gonna solo this dragon, and I guess Fizz on my Jace can't do much about it, but they're still stalling, and that's good enough, I think. Good enough for the next team fight.
Well, at 43 minutes, finally, a team has claimed Soul. Going to LeBlanc Stark Fingies here. What a game 3. You can't ask for anything more. With the supers and the inhibitors still down, there's still a time for one big push by Fizz on my Jace, but man, these death timers have been so long. Just now, coming out of base, it's Kha'Zix.
Nintenjon's ults have been so good at just waiting until the end of fights and just whittling down whoever survives.
Lad trying to run away from Kha'Zix, who's now in the middle of Fizz on my Jace, but they are in full retreat. LeBlanc starts and instead walking into a big bullet time. So much damage, and the Collector does its job, scoring the collection onto Kha'Zix. The game continues, 2 for 2.
And they always come out so even in these. So I don't know what to say. Like, I can't call who's gonna win next team fight because they always come out even.
I thought the pick onto Senna was going to be it, and then turning around, it's a pick onto Lad, and then no, the game just rolls forward. 2 kills for 2 here, and they've almost bought out enough time for these inhibitors to come back, and that's really when Fizz on my Jace is going to have the opportunity to go on the offensive again.
This is a spectator bug, right? Where you can't see like the tower's health.
Correct.
Once they respawn?
The respawn towers, I can't see their HP. They'll be immobile the rest of the game.
You know, I'm gonna imagine their HP, and I think this one's about to whittle down. It's like halfway, I would say, just from the minions.
Durganoon decides he wants to start to whittle down this Baron, but it's the whole team, Fizz on my Jace here, to make sure
Meanwhile,
that is stopped.
The little minions just soloing the Baron, and they're still going. Have you seen the Yorick jungle gameplay that people have done?
And Durganoon doing their best Yorick jungle impersonation here, as they're fully committing to this Baron. Vlad getting rooted. Kha'Zix, the smite will be there. Bullet time used on the Baron does not score any kills. And that is going to be Peasy Paps going down. They need to score the kill on Jers. They don't find it, but not Liam opening up in that back in the back line. Unfortunately, does not find it, and it is going to be Briar that goes on to Nintenjon. I don't think they have the DPS here. A stun coming down. They're trying to kite it away. Kha'Zix still will find the kill. Surely this is going to be the end of the game. And LeBlanc Stark Fingies press forward.
Yeah, LeBlanc Stark Fingies they destroyed that last fight. They were decisive. They said, we're going to finish this objective. We're going to get the stats. We're going to kill the first person we see. And that's going to be all we need to lead up to this end. Oof.
And with that final fight, the winner of the Invitational is finally crowned. Congratulations, LeBlanc's Dark Fingies. What a hard-fought Game 3 on the back of a pentakill, they almost losing their entire base. What a game.
Yeah, that was so exciting. It was just such a back and forth. A perfect show of just everyone's best traits, how everyone plays in different situations, and I couldn't ask for more. It was perfect.
Wow, what a night we're coming across. It's been a long night, and what great League of Legends we got to witness. Thank you everyone that was watching, for tuning in and watching all 3 games. You definitely got to see some great action on the Rift and a great showcase of what CMSA esports is all about. These were players that absolutely passed the vibe check, that are fun to play with, that were voted on by their community, and they went toe-to-toe in such a great series. So thank you everyone for staying and watching home. Thank you so much for joining me on the caster's desk and providing your brilliant commentary and analysis of those games. Much appreciated. To everyone watching, thank you so much. It was a great series. I was hyped. I was excited. I hope that you got to see the showcase as well. Thank you all, and as always, be kind to one another, and we will see you back next week for the Ruby Invitationals. Hopefully it delivers